Welcome to Out of the Blank.
Because we always end up chatting and then I forget to hit the record. So I want to savor as much time. Jason Latona, welcome back to the show. Happy to have you here. He's the host now of the Morning BJ, even though all his recordings happen at night.
your morning BJ. Well, that's the thing. Right away, we want to confuse you right off the bat, and it's working, obviously. Yeah. So the whole premise of the show was we're going to do it your morning BJ, film it. Because the guy who was our Jamie, you get that reference. His name's Alan, and he's a dude who lives out in California, and dude, he lives in Los Angeles, and he was literally driving like 4 times a week back and forth. And so, in order for us to get guests on and that kind of thing, we decided to do it in the evening and release it in the morning. Now we're doing it live, so it doesn't make sense at all.
Who are you talking
But it's
to?
okay. Huh?
Who are you talking to?
You?
Okay.
Am I not? Dude, don't fuck with me, dude. Because I really think my mic's fucked up.
No, you're paranoid. It's okay.
Okay.
You moved everything around in your house again.
No, I didn't. I just did this to the.
You got
do that.
You got a lily on your.
Oh shit! My Michael Myers.
What is it on your kitchen? Go back to I like it before. I don't like seeing that side of the room. Take it back. Put it back. Yes.
Right.
No, a little bit over more. Adjusting. There we go. The white lily. That's
you can see. Oh yeah, we do have a lily. Yeah. My wife was just giving that as a gift. So one of the gym members, a patron of the gym, gave her a gift.
Did you go and flex on them?
I didn't. No, she
That's
did.
What we do it only for arms.
Only for. I mean, I get it. Your way, you can say it that way. You have long forearms. Her forearms are long. Have you noticed
my wingspan is 6'4"?
Have you noticed an increase in power since you started wearing that? Have you worn it to the gym yet?
Actually, I wore it to the gym, and a kid was wearing an OnlyFans shirt. So
Okay.
I was like, no fucking way. And I went up and I was like, check it out. And he was like, bro, that's sick. And then he went like really, really geek on me in a matter of like from 0 to 60.
Was he a California
It was
surfer?
like that. And more like if you remember what like the Slim Shady looked like, where he wore the white shirt and had the yellow hair. That was exactly him. And it was just like, oh, this is too much. Like my anxiety is going through the fucking roof right now.
But he was from California. He was a surfer from California. He was like, whoa, bro.
I don't live in California. I live in.
I know, but apparently the guy at your gym that like was from there, the way he reacted to your shirt.
He looks like he probably rapped on his way to the bus stop.
He might, dude. There's a lot of white rappers coming out now. I'm one of them.
They're good. What are you rapping? Let me hear it.
Nah, dude, I can't. Honestly, you gotta wait for the album to drop. So
or wait for the weed to hit.
That might happen.
Do you ever put ice cubes in your Fat Tuesday mug? I've been meaning to ask that.
Dude, it's literally all ice that gets melted. It's literally cherry ice that gets melted over the course of time. I put literally so many ice cubes in it that if I time it right, it's difficult to drink.
Is that how you plan your life? Is just timing when the ice cube drops? That should be your first album. What is that?
My buddy I work with makes pins, and it's called Knee High Horror, but it's Michael Myers standing in front of a bush, but the bush isn't just a bush. It's actually weed.
It doesn't look like it. There's a glare.
That's okay.
All right.
You take my word for it.
How's it been, buddy? I missed you.
I know. I'm good, dude.
Either that shirt's busy. Really tight or you're getting more jacked.
It's the shirt's really tight. I keep getting smaller shirt. I told you, like yours are too big, but it's when I say too big, I mean they're too big on me, not I'm too big. The shirts are too big.
I'm about to say, you just told me a minute ago the shirt I got you, the reason why you don't wear it is because you don't like the podcast, but also because you said that the shirt was too small.
Most of that was true.
The second half wasn't.
What I meant was I'm too small for the shirt. So this is a medium. And but no, I'm feeling pretty good. My weight's good, everything's good. My wife just won. I don't know if you saw my wife just beat a California. She beat the California champion right-handed.
I probably like more of Sarah's stuff than I do with you because I can just text you. With Sarah, I got to earn that love.
Yeah, it's true. It's more important like that.
I'm trying. Your mom has an Instagram. We follow each other.
Dude, my mom. Okay, so my mom, my mom's the only reason we have 3,000 views on your morning BJ. I think they're just from her watching it over and over again.
It doesn't
And
work
not
like
the
that.
it does
No,
100%. It does.
it'll pop up for you when you view your own video. You can make your own views go up, but it's only for your account. When the actual public sees it, it'll just be one view. You got to get there's an app for your phone. You can get it's called YouTube Creator, and once you get that on there,
I do
it's
have
like
that. Yeah, I
it's
have
a
that.
1,000 times easier. But those give you real analytical views. So if you're seeing that, then you're actually getting actual view times. But I've seen your podcast, and I mean it's okay. I don't like that
Yeah.
you guys don't record it in the morning.
It's hard, dude. I mean, we could, I guess, in theory, but
That's the show, and this should be the evening BJ, the before bed BJ. I know it's BJ because it's Ben and Jason, right?
actually I never thought of it like that. Oh my god, that's actually really killing. Weird, literally, because we want to blow you in the morning, but blow your minds with information,
Like
obviously.
what information?
Honestly, none. Um, what the fuck are you talking about?
What?
I don't know. I was gonna say something really profound and clever. Oh no, about my mom. So dude, my mom messages Brandon all the time, but like DMs him, okay, but doesn't know. She still doesn't understand that DMs aren't public. So like when she DMs me, like I'll put like me like training or doing something, or me and Sarah together or something, my story, right? And she'll comment on the story like in like third person where she's like, Jason and Sarah are the most amazing couple. We all love them so much. I'm so proud of my son and his wife. And I'm like, Mom, I'm the only one that can see this. And then she does it to Brandon. She's like, Brandon is such a fun guy. Their chemistry is great together. He looks like a big cuddly teddy bear. And he's like, okay.
She's
But
so
we just think
nice.
it's funny.
She's
She
so
is.
sweet.
Yeah. They might
She gave me a recipe for a clam chowder. I gotta start to make.
My mom and sister actually might move back to Vegas. I actually hope they do, because that'd be good for them.
I would love to see your sister.
Yeah.
I saw pictures of her, bro.
Yeah. Well, she's going through a tough time right now,
I
man.
would like to just how much money just for a drop of your semen? Because that has to be like elite class type shit.
Oh, dude, I'll send you that easy. That's the easy. That's the first thing I'd get. You should ask me that from that first episode. I'm like, I got you right here, and as I do. Yeah, you'll be over there like, dude, this stuff's delicious.
No, I'm not fucking eating it.
You fucking fag.
Fear factor.
But yeah, dude, I don't even know anymore, dude, about Earth because like Joe Rogan's is making apologies. I don't know. Did you see that? Joe Rogan's making apologies. I feel like, dude, I don't want to say anything anymore. I'm just like, let me just come on the show and I'll drink my Fat Tuesdays.
Well, it's
not Kool-Aid.
It's just difficult because we're getting to a point where like, I mean, the censors just keep increasing and increasing and increasing. So like, if you're starting a podcast now, good. I mean, it's actually probably the prime time to start one because at least if your show makes it past 2 episodes, the things you're saying are safe.
Yeah, right. That's
I think if someone's got a back catalog of 1,000 episodes right now, and I'm freaking wondering which one's next.
But that's what I'm saying. It's horrible, man. It's so bad.
I don't want you saying offensive things. Every word out of your mouth is like an offensive thing. It's like if you had a swear jar, there's just a gallon of change.
I disagree. I think I'm just fucking cute and funny. You know what I mean?
You are. But that's the thing is that anybody that just hears you talk, is just going to be like,
dude,
I'm triggered.
You want to hear something funny? The true story. So I had, about the whole like during the unemployment.
I love it how you're like true story, like you're going to tell me a fake backstory.
I usually do. That's why I say preface to this one, which is actually fucking true for some reason. So no, true story. I through Nevada, the whole pandemic, everything like that. I was getting unemployment, and I had this whole back and forth fiasco. I'm not just me and like 100,000 other Nevada, whatever we're called, Nevadans, and so I finally yesterday had an appeals hearing that I filed an appeal for my case in November 2020. So I got an email on December 24th, ironically enough, Christmas Eve, that said I was going to have an appeal hearing February 4th at 8:15 in the morning. So I'm up, ready. I'm sitting here with my phone, dude, nervous, excited about this thing because I'm like going to finally Go ahead. Oh
I
my
just
God.
pictured you busting open the courtrooom door. Whose dick do I gotta suck to get the fine lower?
No, not like that at all. No, nothing like that at all. No, it's a phone call, right? And I'm sitting here, 8:15 comes around. I'm looking at my phone and I was like, I bet these motherfuckers aren't gonna call me. They're so shady, right? My phone rings once. Okay. I go to pick it up, it's already hung up. I go to instantly redial the number, and it's not the number of the Nevada employment. It's just something else. It's some other weird offices. And I'm listening to the thing, press 3 for to speak to the I press 3. No one's available. They hang up. At this time, I hang up the phone. I'm like, this is so weird. I get a voice message saying, "Hello, my name is me, and I'm calling for me. Being that you've been, we attempted to call you. Your appeal's now dismissed. So I hope that's good for you. So have a nice day, and I hope everything stays good for you, and have a nice day." And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try calling back. I listened to all the prompts, and I'm like, you're gonna call me one time, hang up, tell me my appeal's dismissed, and to have a nice day. Dude, I called the freaking news, man. I called channel. I didn't know who to do. So I called Channel 8 News and I tell them about this. And I'm just like, hey, look, I'm like, I'm a former director. I spent the last 10 years in Singapore, working for high-end resorts. I was an assistant general manager here at the Bellagio. I make t-shirts for a
You were
living.
a
And
goddamn Power Ranger.
I was a Power Ranger. I left that out, but and she said, "Oh my gosh,
Left it out.
just listen." And so the girl's like, "Look, I won't, I'm like, I'm gonna hand this over to Joe Moreno." She gives me his email. Dude, the guy like comes to the gym, like Channel 8 News comes to the gym. Yes. So like, where are you? I'm like, I'm actually working out right now. They're like, would you want to do a live interview? I was like, fuck yeah. And so they come up to me and I played the voicemail for the guy and his cameraman. They're like, oh my God, I would have lost my shit with that kind of like the cameraman was a really cool guy, Hispanic dude. And he was like, dude, what if like your kid fell, anything, you had a drop in signal 1 second, you're going to tell me there's not like a, hey, this is, and it's a perfect, you would think in a court situation, it wouldn't sound like they're leaving me a message that I bought a freaking bear from Build-A-Bear and they told me the bear's ready.
Well,
anyway, go ahead.
I'll say, remember when I told you about my Maryland court case? That's the same exact thing. I had to call 4 times and then I got put in a thing, but they told me my thing was dismissed. I had to go on the website and everything, log in through there, send them an email. Then also I got a response, like not even, I think a couple hours later, got to call them back. They moved the court thing again. I think it's just about testing you to see if you're actually going to go through with it. They probably send.
Yeah, I emailed them right away.
Out.
Yeah, I emailed them right away, and I said this was completely unfair. Like I said, went to the news. Ironically enough, when I was talking to him, the guy Joe, who's for Channel 8 Vegas, for Fox 8 or Channel 8 Vegas, I don't want to say Fox, it's Channel 8 Vegas, and he was like, dude, I'm literally doing another story right now. I'm doing a story about this. I'm interviewing someone else who the same thing happened, this appeals thing. I was like, man, okay. So this dude comes, interviews me. Now, in retrospect, this is why I'm telling this story, because I don't like to just keep serious, depressing shit. I like to keep it real and keep it funny. I'm wearing my, I don't know if you can see it behind me, my flannel jacket. I got my trucker hat, my beard, and I'm standing outside because it's cold, right? And I guarantee, like, because, they're asking, what's your name? And, that kind of thing. Guarantee there's somebody watching that with the way I looked, and there's probably saying honest blue collar worker, still fighting with Nevada. And I was like, look, these assholes, they took my money, they took my job. They're like, they took his job. They took his job. They took his job. And like, meanwhile, I just thought that's the first thing I was that went through my head.
I was just out there shucking some bales of hay, and
yeah,
I get
dude,
myself
I look.
mail.
Oh, dude, because meanwhile, I was like working my Burberry at the time and stuff like that, and didn't look like a, rapist caveman. And dude,
so drastic.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I get drastic. And but dude, I was just cracking myself up because I'm like, man, there's probably people who are like, man, that's a hard-working dude right there.
We're here with Jason on the scene. Jason, tell us what you saw. I saw a goddamn flying saucer hanging from the sky.
100%. They're like them PUA people. They're in the Nevada unemployment. They're dealing with the aliens. They're in cahoots with
It's
them
not the
aliens.
International Space Station. It's the PENIS. That is what you really have to worry about. And then you got a group of feminists in the background. Yeah, finally hearing us out.
A lot of that actually happened, or at least probably will happen in the near future. But
World's
yeah,
gone
so
crazy, man. But I don't want to talk about the world. I want to talk about Jason. How's Jason doing?
no, I'm good, man. I mean, like I said, things are good. That's it. No, it's been a good thing doing the podcast thing. I mean, I know you've been on since like day one that you and I ever talked. You were a person that's been kind of pushing me to do my own thing. And while I'm not necessarily exactly do my own thing, Brandon, who does have a following, a platform, already had an established YouTube channel, established following the powerlifting world, and he's been known to be a funny, controversial, all-American kind of dude. And he said to me, "Hey man, I want to do a podcast with you." We at the time I was filming a workout with him for his YouTube about arm wrestling, and I thought he meant like he wants to do a podcast and have me on as a guest. And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I like podcasts, man." I said, I kind of go on. My buddy Robbie has one, and I go on his quite often and that kind of thing. And he was like, "No, I want to do a podcast with you." I was like, "Oh shit, really?" And he's like, I was literally already have a name for it. I'm going to call it like your morning BJ or get a BJ or something like that. And we end up deciding on the morning BJ. And yeah. And ever since, so we're on like 8 or 9 episodes now. We keep we're getting our momentum, and I'm sure this is something that maybe I'll throw this out at you. It's so interesting how different a guest makes, and I've always considered myself quite a talker, but when there's someone that have you run into that with guests? Have you run into someone who's like, holy shit, I can't wait for this episode to be over?
Yeah.
Obviously,
that's why I put a timer in the corner of my thing right now. This meeting technically has been going on for 28 minutes, but you had to take a shower. Said it lasted 10. Really, it was like 25 minutes.
I want to get clean for you, man. I even
I
put some
know,
wax in my beard.
I know. I see it. It's looking good. Good job.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Still
Yeah, I
can't
had to
get
do
the
my
glare away
eyebrows
from your glasses. Do you even need the glasses? I don't fucking believe you.
Dude, yes. Like literally.
Okay.
I mean, I could take them off right now. I wouldn't be able to see anything.
That's how life works. There's a balance, and with your amazing athletic genetics, and
I can shut off all the lights.
No, with your athletic genetics, then they have to take away your sight, and they have to take away your hearing by the time you're like 50.
What?
That's what I thought. Yeah, but I mean, I match energy levels. So if someone's really slow, I'll go slow, and then if someone's really fast, I'll be fast paced jumping in, like how me and you go back and forth. It makes it difficult. Sometimes there are podcasts, even with like famous people that I have on, where I'm like trying to get through it. But a lot of times, like people just want to kind of rant what they have and what they're feeling and all this type of stuff too, which is why I created the show to be able to do so. But there are some that feels like I'm not getting anything, like I'm pulling teeth. I think the shortest episode I've ever done was probably 30 something minutes. It was a dude who had like a brain injury. And I was asking him, I was like, do you ever, like, he became a motivational speaker. And I was like, do you ever think you're like getting hit by that car, like maybe like delayed some, like anything, maybe something with your brain or something? And he just goes, and after a minute of silence, I had to edit out. He goes, no. That's it. That's awesome. Nothing else following after that, where I was like, well, okay, thanks for doing my show and everything.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say that's the hardest part. The person that gives you nothing, like that tells their thing and then goes, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, see, I'm lucky I don't have a script. I kind of just say what's on my mind. Like, I mean, selfishly, I built this thing in a conversation platform, but it's really just me asking and talking to the people I would like to talk to and asking questions through what my mind wants it to be. I mean, you guys are going to figure it out anyway. I'm surprised you even have guests. I mean, you and what's his name? Brandon, you and Brandon probably have a good flow. I think I saw a little bit of an episode.
Most of our best stuff, in my opinion, I've had, okay, and not to say anything good or bad about guests or anything like that, but for me, we've had 2 so far really solid guests that I've loved and enjoyed the conversation.
Where's my
but to me, I mean, come on.
Yes.
I want to say,
oh, you should have kept it on. I wanted to hear it.
Oh, it's horrible, dude. It scares my cat.
It's a rare chance those things happen.
And but no, we've had 2 that I consider really solid guests. A couple of fun conversations, and then most of the like quote unquote flow, like you say, happens when it's just Brandon and I. But I think, to keep it interesting, we're gonna do a couple different things. So we want to do another live like on a Saturday, and I think that live will just be him and I, maybe doing Q&A, because we're getting feedback, and I'm sure you do the same thing, and you're learning where we're that our niche and everything like that. Yeah, puts the lotion in the basket. We're learning our niche and that kind of thing, and where the flow is, and how much the guest matters. And
Well,
but
that's
it's good.
why I feel
It's
like
fun.
there's like an awkward thing right here, right now. I'm trying to figure out how to fix.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You just seem like you were on a different show for so long that like now coming back to this one, it just seems different. You seem like you're
No,
trying to do something that you do on your other show on the mine.
no. I'm just
I'm
super high,
sensing
dude.
it.
No,
I'm
I'm just
sensing
super
it.
high, dude. I'm
It's like
so
that
high.
awkward
I'm
pauseness.
No, I just that would be freaking marijuana. No, because I'm that's why I have to be done it by 2 today. I have a physiotherapy appointment. And I know it's
Physical
gonna
therapy appointment. You said physio.
well, you know why? Because in the
You're
circus and
not phasing through
overseas,
walls and shit.
no, listen, in the circus and overseas, they call it physio.
I just pictured the channel camera goes, man can face through walls, and it's you trying to fucking touch stuff and go through. I told you it
No,
worked yesterday.
no, physio is what they call it overseas in like Singapore, and in the circus they always call it physio. But yeah, but like a physical therapy session where I'm do like really, really, really deep tissue massage, scraping, cupping, all that kind of stuff. Like I have cups like
I
all
don't
over
like
my
the cup
body.
thing, but I like
Oh,
the
really? I do. I like it a lot.
I
I like it
like
a
the
lot.
deep tissue massage stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's my favorite. Obviously, that's my favorite. The other things you can kind of do to yourself.
It's the
But
true way to control somebody is by like pressing the back of their neck, like right in this like divot right here in the trap.
oh yeah,
Dude, if you
yeah.
hit me there, I'm like a fucking dog, like a
Well, that's the
chihuahua. I
thing,
can't do
man.
anything.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I need to look at this because this is actually her texting me, making sure. Wait,
Is it
she woke
your
up
mom
today having
texting
a
you
day
or
with so many
Sarah?
trouble. Ah, damn it. Well, you got me for 6 hours.
Hooray! Life
My
works in mysterious
my
ways.
massage person just canceled on me.
Good. I don't know
Hold
how
on, I have
funny I'm
to.
gonna be. I had a shot last night, and the shot when I took it, I was like, damn it, that was stronger than what I thought it was. And they're like, yeah, because it's 4 shots in one. I'm like, oh, dude, what the fuck did
Damn,
I
I'm really
just take?
sad because I was so looking forward to that massage
I
right
can
now.
massage you from here if you want. I can massage your
Dude,
earlobes with my beautiful vocals. You want to hear me
no,
sing a
you're
Katy
doing that
Perry
right now,
song?
and I'm using my new
I
Bose
like the other
headphones.
ones better.
What was the other ones I was using? I don't even remember.
You had like ear pods or ear
Oh, they're
headphones.
my like, in ear. Yeah, but you know the thing is, man, they are custom made in ears. So those in ears I was using are like 3 grand that I used to
Where the fuck are you getting headphones for 3 grand? You're not Ludicrous Beats.
these are slightly better than Beats.
Poor
And
Luda.
um wait, 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Wait, um no. Like, damn it. Uh
Can't lead into a
yeah.
sentence and then start
Dude, I'm
texting.
so sorry. I feel like this
Come
is
on. What are you
um
doing?
no, she's trying to reschedule my appointment. But yeah, I mean, no. So the reason about my headphones are they're like 3 grand. They're custom made. They're in ears that are custom made for my ears. The way they do an impression, the way they want to do like dental teeth, or like the dental impression. And they inject this silicone into your ear. It hardens. They take it out, and then they make the shell. It's like what you see, like
You're
Lady
telling me
Gaga.
you're telling me my fucking dentist or orthodontist can make me a pair of fucking headphones that'll never drop out of my ears when I'm doing cardio on the elliptical.
Not your orthodontist, but you go to a audiologist, and they make ear impressions, and they send them off to a company. They take the shell, they take whatever you want. Like most typical when you listen to a like an iPod or a Beats or something, they have one driver in the ear, one speaker basically. With the
Jesus
one.
Christ, this explanation's like going to an anesthesiologist.
You
How's it
asked me, I'm
going?
gonna
That
give
was
you
fucking
fucking
good.
knowledge, you motherfucker.
Right.
And but yeah, so and like an in-ear, like a professional uses anywhere between 6 to 18 drivers in one ear. So what you hear is pretty fucking phenomenal. However, what the sad part about these things is they're molded to your ear, but as you grow, lose weight, gain weight, anything like that, even just get older. The shape of your ear canal kind of changes over time. So the ones that I have from like 2018 or 2010 was the when I bought my my first set of custom in-ears for my job in Singapore. They hurt now. They're like because I'm bigger, you know what I mean? So I've gained weight, so they hurt.
Well, your ears and nose never stop growing.
Yeah, they say that. You know who says that? Pinocchio.
True
How
people.
about next Saturday, 11:30? Cool.
I'm glad everyone gets to listen to you book your fucking deep tissue massage,
Dude,
you white
this is
privileged son of a bitch.
I am, dude. I got all this money now I'm getting from the government for being white.
I said that. That was
I don't know
good.
why I said it. Well, you set it up too. So like I said it.
I
I
wonder
just
what
went with it.
people
All
at
right,
like
we're done.
NASCAR races like
Yeah.
have to sit there imagine sitting there every day watching a NASCAR race every time they have one or whatever for
I
like
was gonna say
30
they
something
have them
years.
every day. I didn't
For
even
like,
know.
yeah, sometimes they go right
No way.
and then
Every
there's an
day.
ambulance that goes by.
That's what you do when you're a hillbilly. You just wake up every day. They're like, kids, wake up. We're late for NASCAR.
There has to be like some type of, if they're not having actual NASCAR, they're having like dirt track NASCAR because they're all bored. Like have all
I
their
hope
kids go
so.
out in the back and just run around in a circle,
Have
bet
you
on
ever
them.
been? Have you ever? Asked real question. Have you ever been to one of those monster truck rallies?
Yeah, they're not as fun as I remember them being like on the TV.
Well, though the thing about it, I remember going to one. I got free tickets once, and it was at an arena, like indoors, and it was the lot. Like it was so painfully loud. Like, and I'm watching other people walk. I didn't know, and I didn't have earphones or ear protection or anything like that. And like the first car came out, they're like, "Let's welcome out like what a Bigfoot or Gravedigger, one of those cars." It was one of those like famous big trucks, and it came out and revved the engine, and I wanted to die. I was like, "This is I couldn't stay, and I had to leave because I got free tickets." But and then I'm looking around, and there's like fucking kids like that, but they got like fucking headphones, earbud, like they're going to a
And
gunfiring range.
when I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, I went to a stadium in my town. It was like they were having a monster truck rally type thing. It wasn't even monster trucks, man. It was like Jeeps that were all jacked up. And the way that they, because it like I remember I graduated college ceremony was there. Like it's just so there's not natural dirt there. They just bring it in and they
Oh,
dump it
right.
all over, do that. But they when they built like the ramps and they built the little jumps, they built them way too close together. So every car would hit it and then brake. So then it was like,
Yeah,
I mean,
because
every single one other lineup but the last one. And then like as like it was on the fifth car or whatever, the announcer's going, and he's going up on the thing. He had like a real southern accent. He goes, and he's going up in there. And then he hits it, and you just see the suspension just break and the car just bumper to the ground, back still up in the air. And he goes, "Oh man, you gotta be kidding." And he said it, it was still like live, and me and my buddy were just laughing. I had a video of it on my Instagram, I think.
you know what's funny? I picture that story. I picture the announcer guy sounding exactly like you made him sound, but I picture him like an Asian dude, and he putting on that accent, like he's like, "Whoa, here we go," and then he's like, "Okay, we're going
See,
around
this is
today."
the type of stuff that'll get you canceled.
Yeah, but it's all good.
Yeah, because
We're
it's my
you're on
show.
out of yeah, it's out of the blank. I'm trying to eliminate the competition. I go on everyone's podcast as a
Hit him in
guest.
the knees.
Say shit, yeah, say sweep the leg. I say shit that gets him canceled, and I'm the last remaining podcast on earth, dude.
I know I have this video. I put it on my
Are you
Instagram.
actually gonna put a video? It's
No,
like your
I'm
personal video that you like
I'm dead
video.
serious. I filmed this. Like I said, so to
Okay.
collaborate with my story, this is 100%. This really happened. I went and saw this person, and I literally recorded the part where he was like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding." Hold on. Here's here.
I'm listening.
Hold on. Hold on.
I can't hear shit.
I gotta turn it up. Shut up.
Can't hear it.
He literally
He said
sounded
it.
like Bill Engvall. He sounded exactly
He
like
said it.
Bill Engvall.
You gotta be
He said, "You
kidding.
got," because it was just a pause. You just see this Jeep. The dude comes to a stop, and the whole car's like on the front. And he just goes, and he went up. And then it's like a long pause, like he was delayed. And he just goes, "You gotta be kidding." I was so happy because I thought, like, I was like, this is the fifth car now that is gonna be like it's going up on this thing, and everyone's broken so far. I was like, I might as well get my fucking phone out and start recording. So I started recording. I'm so happy I caught that though. But there you go. That was funny.
That's a fun moment. Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun when you have a cool story like that, now we have technology with phones. Like I have so many cool stories, man, that I, in my mind that I believe happened the way they happened. But it would be so cool to have the document, not for yourself, but when not someone calls bullshit and you're like, dude, no, here it is. Like I remember, Michael Bolton, the fucking singer,
Yeah.
When a Man Was a Woman. Well, my friend Sandra was with him, right? And I was like, hey, if you ever see Michael Bolton, I don't know why, because she was she was a singer dancer, and she was opening up for him when he was touring in through like Southeast Asia. Their group was opening up for him, and they were in an Uber together, and she sent me a video of him saying like, hey Jason, I could beat you in jiu-jitsu or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but and I was like, oh shit. And I told my people that, like, told some friends, I was like, yeah, and Michael Bolton actually just gave me a shout out, my friend, and they're like, oh bullshit. And because it's so obscure, why Michael Bolton of all people? And I played the video. They're like, oh
Because
shit.
he's not too famous where you wouldn't 100% believe it, but he's famous enough to where it's still like a credit.
Yeah. It's not like I
Like
said, like,
I
yeah,
was
who's
Gene Simmons' friend's neighbor's accountant. And it's like, holy shit, you were like related to Gene Simmons. It's like,
yeah,
yeah,
what
I
if I said
filed his
like
W
Robert
2.
Downey Jr. or something like that? Like said it, that would be a little more unbelievable,
It's
maybe.
kind of like everybody's story about who's the Bill Murray. Like
Mhm.
Bill Murray is just randomly walking around like New York City, and he's like, apparently he walked up to someone, took two French fries from their thing. He goes, "It's okay, nobody will believe you," and he eats them and walked away. Like that's the fame you want, where it's like,
Yeah, that would
holy
be really
shit,
cool. That would be
Bill
really
Murray
cool.
took two of my French
I'm gonna
fries
try
once.
that.
Get
I'm
out of
gonna
the way.
try that. I'm gonna try that today. I'm gonna go wear my Out of the Blank pod, or not Out of the Blank, the my Morning BJ podcast, because it has a photo of myself on it.
I'm glad I'm still
And
on your mind when you're thinking
you
about
are on
your
my
own
mind.
show.
Yeah, when I think about and when I think about cool
Do you
shit, I
pray
think
for me?
about you always.
Okay,
And
appreciate it.
I do. And but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna walk up to somebody and like take a drink of their milkshake and be like, "Don't worry, no one will believe you."
Everyone will fucking believe him. That guy's a psychopath.
They're
He's
like,
got milk in his.
I saw the guy who's getting sued by unemployment. I saw him on that motherfucker just took a drink out of my milkshake. Ain't
That is
that
a funny
a
scenario. Like that needs
ain't
to be
that a bitch?
that needs to be a skit you got to film.
Ain't that a bitch? Like they took his fries. They took his fries.
First his job and now his fries.
No, man, but no, I have no coming on. When you keep asking me, is like legitimately.
Because you keep like stalling on me every time we're about to do something.
No, I've
Okay,
been
man,
traveling a lot.
this
I've been
came up.
traveling. No, I've been traveling to dude. Okay, you want to hear real?
No,
Like,
we
true
got to talk
story?
about your arm wrestling tournament thing that you announced. We never even talked. We haven't talked since then.
No, we haven't done anything. But listen, though, but this is a true story. I came home. I came home, and like this when I got home this morning, because I was
Where
at
you
my
live? Where
no,
you
listen,
live?
and
As you do.
I forgot to pay my cable bill. My internet was turned off, and
Oh,
I was gonna be like, "Oh shit, Robbie is not gonna believe." I was gonna take a fucking photo of my fucking internet like light or the we disconnected your service message I got from Cox, but I played it and they turned it right back on. So, but I literally thought,
damn, you're gonna bail on me again? Now you're
no,
checking your phone again?
no,
What
they keep. So
disrespect!
anyway, wait,
You come to
what
my show, you don't even take your shoes off at the door. You start controlling it like it's yours.
I took my pants off at the door. No,
Good.
what did you
Because
really want to ask me about the no, like
no,
I said, I've been
a
traveling a
hundred
lot
percent.
this.
I actually, all bullshit aside, all show aside, I actually genuinely care about you. So yes, I
I
would
know you
like
do.
to know about the thing. That's an important thing. I was very happy for you when I saw those pictures. So how was the flight? First of all, where'd you fly? Did you fly Delta? Did you fly Southwest? Did you fly American Spirit? Or is that a cigarette company? I don't know.
Wait a second. Are you talking about the Orlando event that I flew from the Olympia thing, or the things I've been
Yes,
doing in San Diego?
where you met. You're doing more. Apparently, I don't know about. I'm trying to
Yeah,
keep up with your Instagram lives, but every time you're just doing pull-ups and shit. I'm like,
I am
Jesus
just doing
Christ,
pull-ups.
hit
Yeah.
legs, you son of a bitch.
No way. No.
Only
Dude, you want to?
forearms, baby.
No,
I
you want
see
to
you
hear?
like
Okay,
that.
I'm gonna.
Shameless
I do.
plug. I'm good
Thank
at
you.
this. Well, get to 1,000 episodes and you can step on my level. But for now, take
I'm
your
in 9.
curls, Junior. You're at 9 episodes. You got 992, 91 more.
Your
I
math
fucking
isn't
hate
that good.
math. I
Yeah.
hate
Wow.
math.
You're not that
That
smart.
math ain't mad and right.
I could say I wouldn't be mad if I was like I got 63 more, and you would like you have. I could see if you paused there, but it's literally 9, just
I'm
minus
stopping
9.
here. This is the last
Okay.
one.
That's good. What did you say? Oh no, the Orlando thing. Um, yeah, we haven't talked since then.
We
I don't even
haven't
remember
talked
when that
since
was.
970 something.
I believe I went to Orlando in September. So, oh no, you said about training legs. Another true story. I went and bought a kettlebell because when I was doing jujitsu full time, my wife and I would wake up every morning and I would do a little kettlebell workout. And I was always like, I was definitely leaner, and stuff like that. And it was just something I felt like effortless kind of way to stay in shape. And it woke me up like, just doing some kettlebell work and swings and first thing in the morning. So I got a 45-pound kettlebell and it's sitting right next to me and it's real nice. And I get it and I pick it up and I start doing some kettlebell swings that I haven't done in 2015, whatever, how many years, 7 years. I haven't done a kettlebell swing in 7 years. Dude, I did 2 sets of 10 and I almost checked myself in the emergency room. I couldn't walk, dude. I thought I ripped my ass completely. Instead of the crack being this way, it felt like my ass crack was that way.
Are you lifting them from your taint?
Yeah, I always no, but kettlebell swings, a lot of ass and um yeah, so a lot of ass and but dude, fuck man, I was the answer. No, I don't do legs. I'm gonna start training a little more core, a little more like hips and stuff. I believe it's important in our sport, but yeah, when you're trying to get, I actually have. Again, I'm a shameless plug from being a Power Ranger and from doing martial arts since I'm a kid. I actually have proportionally pretty big legs for a guy, but shittily way
I've
too big to
seen
be an
your
arm wrestler.
videos. No, you don't.
No, I do. I like my legs are pretty
Then you
muscular.
got to wear different pants because your
Yeah.
skinny jean look or whatever the jeans are, they're very, very straight cut. So they look like your legs are like a stick compared to your upper torso.
No, yeah, no. I'll send some nude bikini
I mean,
photos of
you're an
me just
arm
standing there.
wrestler, so you don't really
Yeah, I
need to
want
worry
to. No,
about
no, no.
legs.
I wish like
Is
you.
there a leg
You say
wrestler
it.
out there? I want to talk to them.
You said it like I should be like upset, and I was like, oh man, I wish my legs look like that. Like I was thinking, like the way you describe my legs is how I really wanted them to be.
What, where you just have the giant chest that can't fit through doorways, but your legs could easily fit inside a water bottle?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's a look I'm going for, man. I'm trying.
I mean, people
But
didn't know to work legs out back in the day. So if women liked it back then, there should be no difference to why they don't like it now.
yeah, who gives a fuck? I give a women
Or
thing. I
men,
don't care.
whatever they
Or
prefer,
men, or whoever.
or
Like I don't
whoever
know.
gender doesn't matter.
I don't know. For me, like I said, it to each his own. To my sport, I actually don't think it looks to be honest though. Like actually, real talk, I actually don't think it looks good when dudes have like when their legs match their upper body. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually think it looks better as a man when you're proportionally bigger on top and smaller on bottom. Just like I find it more attractive on for me in my personal opinion. As for a woman, when they have like I like women with like bigger hips and legs and butt, and not
I'm
bigger.
all
You
over
know what
the
I'm saying?
board. It depends. It's this
Well, I
is
do. I am too. I like
well,
everything.
the weird thing is I started noticing like there was a person I didn't find attractive at all. And then one day you get attracted to him and you're just like, what the fuck? When did that change? Like when did hey become hey? Like
You know what?
there was a
You're
girl I was
gonna.
gonna hold on. There's a girl I was gonna ask out on my gym. And she's a powerlifting chick, probably way out of my league. Teacher too. I'll be a stay-at-home dad. You take the career path, that's fine. I'm just gonna slack off and let my kid watch Jaws over and over again. Um, so she came in. I was on my cell phone. I was like, on my cell phone, like typing something in. And then I look up because I always say good morning to everyone. I'm front desk. And I looked up and she goes, hey. And I'm like, hey. And then she walked away and I was like, wait a minute, I'm fucking front desk. And I gotta say good morning. It was just awkward. But I was trying to ask a way to ask someone out. And I asked my old supervisor, I was like, what would you do? Like, what would you say? If you really like someone, like, what would you say? Because I always get asked out. I never ask out. And he was like, just ask him out for lunch.
Yeah, but
I'm
dudes
like,
don't count.
but can it be more specific then? Like, what's lunch? Is it a
Yeah.
late lunch? Is it an early lunch? Is it a heavy lunch? Is it a light lunch? He goes, just ask for lunch. Say, let's go to lunch. And I'm like, we'll walk up there. Can I get a nice turkey club? And then I throw them off because that's what I got to do. Like I'm comedic. So if you don't like that personality, there's no point. Like the personalities don't jive, no matter they're attractive or not. I'm not doing it. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm a relationship type person. I'm not like just a out the door type thing. That's
Yeah, but
cool if
that's
you
what
are.
happens to a lot of no, but that's a reality in a lot of like again, like you talked about my sister. My sister, unfortunately, right now is going through a divorce, and
Hey, hit me up.
yeah, it's sad. And but
I'm sorry.
you know, one thing, yeah, and she was just here this week. I hadn't seen my sister in like 2 years, man. And it was just great to have be here, make her laugh and give her a hug and stuff. And because she came into Vegas for like 3 days. And but yeah, man, but we were talking about she's looked at Sarah and I, and she said about something about her relationship, and she said, you know what, I just realized you guys are best friends, huh? I was like, yeah. She's like, I never had a friend like that. And I was like, yeah. Because I think what happens is with people, like, and you said something as a like you're joking, but you're being serious, and it's a real thing, that when you're in a relationship with somebody, most people want to like, and it's sad to say this, they put on an act, and it's like they're putting a different, slightly different, sometimes drastically different version of their personality. And you, if eventually everyone has to become themselves, because you can only put on an act for so long, and they become themselves, and they either don't like the person doesn't like who they become, or they don't like who the person has become, and they think that person's changed. So like, he's just changed, or oh my god, she's changed so much since I met her. No, they're actually becoming the real, you're just seeing the real them. And I would tell everybody like that, you know, if you're a young person or even an older person, you're dating somebody, like, dude, be you as quickly as possible to every friend, everybody you meet. Because why put up a front in anybody, and they're like, oh, I found out he's not really like that, or she's not really like that, whether a friendship or relationship, whatever, a marriage. And like, I don't understand that, man. You know, I don't understand that
That's
need to.
I've tried my whole life to make sure that when people are able to describe me, they are able not to describe me as a good person or a bad person, but that's just Robbie.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
supervisor has literally I've had this is my fifth supervisor now, and they were like, "Oh, so you're Robbie?" And I'm like, "What? People are talking about me?" And he was like, "No, it's just they warned me about you." I was like, "Warn me about what? I'm not a danger." And they're like, "No, no, no, your personality is like awkward, not really awkward. It's just it's different. It's you." They said, and I was like, "Okay, well that's cool." But I mean, at the same time, that means nobody can understand, what you go through or that type of thing. I mean, good or bad person, it's hard stuff. So recently I had my uncle pass away. And it kind of hits the same thing you're talking about. We're doing a celebration of life type thing, which is where the shots were involved. A lot of exes and people that I knew were not friends close at all. And it was very, very difficult when you're cleaning out a person's house over something like that, especially someone you really, really care about. I was asked the question, what do I want? I said, I don't want anything. I'm here because it's family, and whatever I don't need anything from this. I have what I need. That's memories. But everyone splitting it up like you're at a fucking Storage Wars. It was very, very sad. I'm going to get emotional if I keep talking about it. Someone very, very close to me hurts. But it sucks, man. I talk about this with relationships all the time. Just be yourself, even before going into it. Don't be a cooler version. You talked about before being a over podcast self, or maybe the
Mhm.
radio personality type thing. It's the same shit. And I do too many fucking episodes to keep that shit up. When I get angry, I get angry. When I'm just me, it's just me. So you like it or you don't. I'm not mad at it. It does suck when you see the subscriber count. You're like, fuck, people don't really like me. But at the same time, what are you judging it off of? I've met great people through the show like yourself that I connect with. I mean, I don't talk to anybody anymore. You're probably the most I've talked to out of anybody. And we barely talk as it is, at least of recent, just because everybody's got stuff going on. But it's that relationship thing where when you move in, and then next thing you know, after a couple of months, that person gets married. The next thing you know, that ends in a divorce or something like that. Most likely, it's where a lot of relationships end up going into when it happens and they rush into that thing. That's why when I look at couples that are like, I know a couple that I saw at my uncle's thing, um, they had been together for 10 years and they just got engaged. And
Mm.
I'm like, you guys aren't playing an act. He goes, I've seen her fucking puke like on my car. Like, I know, I fucking love her. I was like, that's something that you don't really see a lot. And a lot of people rush into things. And I'm so sorry about your sister. That's a terrible thing. But it's also like I don't want people to be miserable. And I also think I don't want to ever get married. It's the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard. I get it if you love someone, amazing, but you fucking love them. They see it. You don't need to have a piece of paper from the government to do so. Wear a silicone ring or something like that makes your fucking
Well,
finger.
for me, I said those words for a long time. Those exact words. I never saw myself getting married, or I thought if I would get married, because I was engaged once before when I was like 28. I thought I would. I thought it was like part of the process. You date them long enough, okay, then you move in with them, and then you move in with them, and then you get married because you just get married. It's really different, man. I'm gonna tell you, and it's not. I don't, whether it sounds preachy or whatever it is, but assuming the earth is still around, you will meet someone, and you're gonna be like, dude, I want to marry you.
I did. And I tried to ask her out for a turkey club.
No,
And
you're
she was like, where the
you're
fuck do they serve turkey
no, but you're
clubs at?
too young. You're too young. And I know that's such a condescending thing because people said it to me when I was that young or even older than you. And it's so true. You're too young. And not mentally, not emotionally, none of that stuff like that. But actually, you're just actually too young to be married. And I don't know.
My brother had a kid at my age.
Good on him. But I don't believe you're able to, not you, but anybody. And again, there people like, oh, you don't know what he's talking about. No, I do know what I'm talking about. And there's going to be someone that's older than me tells me something, and they actually know what they're talking about more than I am, or I do. And it's your capacity to understand things. It changes so much as a guy, as a man, from 20 to 30, from 30 to 35, from 35 to 40, 40 to 45. I'm 45. I'll be 46, man, in a few months. And my perspective of even understanding that is so different from like 21-year-old Jason. What it means to be a 46-year-old man, what it meant that back then to look at a 46-year-old man, to understand now where I'm at 46 and looking back and going, oh shit, I was dealing with dudes my age or your age. It's so wacky to understand it, and you can't understand it until you're in it.
You know what's weird is that you can look at a picture of your past self and be like, you can understand exactly what you were going through in those moments. But when you look at a picture that an app funnels your face in and puts a filter to make you look older, you can't get the same effect. You can't get
No, of
those
course
years.
not.
But
No, of course not.
it's like a weird inception thing because isn't that if that's you older, then that would be you whatever years looking back at yourself technically. So it's like
Yeah, but again, to me, it has nothing to do with how you look. It's what you've
it's the
experienced.
miles you put on.
Yeah, and there's a thing where it's just nothing beats time, good or bad. Nothing beats time, and time in, and understanding whatever that thing is. And you got better at podcasting. I'm sure if you went back to episodes 9 and look
It's
where you're at
terrible.
episode now, you're so much better. And you didn't train. You're not doing
Apparently not
verbal push-ups, or you're
not
not
good
going
enough for you to listen to it over in sync. Jesus.
no, I always will choose sync, even over my own podcast. But you know what I mean? You're not going like me, you're not like pausing Joe Rogan and like, hey, what'd he say? Hey, what'd he say? You're just doing it, and it just happens over time.
That's I mean, it's practice. You keep doing it, you get better at it. I mean, hopefully you get better at it. It's just interesting because it's the Jason I like to also talk to. As much as I love the comedic one, I also like this one too because the same look you were giving me while you were saying all that stuff is the same one I was talking to who just was worried about that they just left their job and were fucking done with it over a phone service thing. And it's a
Mm.
completely different thing. But it's that not of like the same position. It's more of like the hope and the knowing. Like you just have this belief that it's going to do this. And look at you now. You don't even think that was almost what a year and a half ago, almost 2 years. You were dealing
Yeah,
with that,
October. Yeah, I started there October 2020.
and that's the whole thing. That whole shift. Now look at you. As much as you
Yeah.
might have some things going now, but examine the problems that you have now compared to the problems you had back then.
Oh
It's
no, man, it's so much better. I
there's
mean, not
there's
like
a bigger
truthfully.
fear aspect there.
No, truthfully, man, it's like things are good. Things are good for the fact that I just got a $3 an hour raise at work.
Shit,
I
I
mean
just
that's
asked for one, and I think I'm gonna lose my fucking job. I've been having
yeah,
anxiety
that's
all fucking week about it.
that sucks if that's true. But
If
I
it
mean,
happens, I'm definitely coming to Vegas, like 100%. I'm just gonna
well, that's
drop the
cool.
show for a little while.
No, man, and things are good. Like my
Why wouldn't you let
training's
me
good,
stay
my
with you?
mindset, because there's no room. I have no room.
I'll sleep on the fucking couch.
There's no room. I'm not
I
talking
just
about
need
for
a place
you.
to crash. It's not like I'm gonna be in it
I'm
all
not
the
talking
time.
about for you. I'm talking about for me.
Uh,
Um, No, I hate, dude. Like I hate having anybody here. Like if some like if you were here and like something happened, do you know what I mean? Like you were like whatever, and you're like, hey, dude, like about something. That's a totally different story. But like
Would
people
you
wanting to
prefer I'm
stay
like
with
in
me,
an apart? I would just be there just to. You're gonna show me around, take me around Vegas while I'm there for 3 days, and that's it.
can't happen. One never.
Why? Three
Okay, yeah,
days?
yeah. I
I was
do.
gonna.
I
I was.
three
I was
hours.
low barring, and I was going for a week. Hopefully, you're gonna
Yeah,
be like,
three.
"Hey, you stay here for a week, man."
Anything more than 3 hours, I'm like,
Really? Wow.
yeah. No, it's anybody. I
Damn.
cannot have people. I cannot have people in my house. It's weird. Again, if it was just me, it's totally different. But the dynamic of my wife and I, it's like a personal thing. It's like a private thing that I don't like anyone to
Do you have a
see.
back porch? I'll sleep on the back porch.
And so I'll feel arm wrestling.
Can you not have sex for 3 days?
It's not about sex. It has nothing to do with sex. I'm sex in front of you. That's not a problem. Like it's like I'll have sex with you. Like that's the problem. I wouldn't be able to resist you for 3 days. No, it's just like it's a weird thing. It's this my thing, So yeah.
Okay.
No, but it's like a thing
We'll
with
work you up to it.
maybe. It's one of those things where what you said, oh, that's Robbie. Oh, I heard about you, and oh, but it's another thing when I believe when people describe me, they're just like, oh, he's unapologetically. I can't even talk. I can't talk. I'm so high. He's unapologetically.
Well, just stop choosing large words. You're picking
Jason,
like
it's
eight
Jason
syllable
Latona.
fucking things, man.
Yeah, I should. I just be. He's just this is the guy.
Darn tootin'.
They took his dough. It's that, and I like that. And because here's the thing, when I come on a show or I'm talking to you, we're just talking. There's going to be parts where we're goofy. We're going to be parts where we could be serious. And you and I were sitting on my back porch, or we're sitting somewhere just smoking, or talking, just hanging out, having a drink, talking. It's not going to, why does my volume do that? It's not going to, no, it just goes up. I twisted it down because
you had it good for a while. You were like not touching it, and then you started touching
I
it.
know. No, then it gets loud. That's why I go to touch
Maybe you
it.
got like a bad mic. You think you can sue and get some money off that?
I can try to get Sean.
Call up Channel 5 or whoever the fuck you were
Channel
talking
8,
about earlier.
Yeah, get back here, man. These motherfucker microphones are tweaking my ears.
Damn, they're 8. That sucks. You got to be like at least close to the 1 mark to really get some attention on you.
Yeah, probably. But I figured I'd start at low ball. There's more hillbillies.
Low ball the fucking news networks.
Yeah.
Who's covering all the fucking new boob jobs out there? Oh, that would probably be top of the list.
If there was I would have went into the teens if I thought that was even possible. He's channel like 14, I think that's like public television at that point. But
I saw a newscast where in my town, this was the other day, and the woman was holding her baby while she was doing the weather. And I was like, this is definitely something for the ratings. Like, oh, they care about your mother, your mother, like your child and all that. And I knew it and I called it. And the lady that was next that came up, like they cut to her and she goes, and it's going to be more than a snowy surprise with that little cute thing. It said something corny like that. And I was like, this was 100% scripted. The View is bullshit. Did you see The View? They're not canceling Whoopi Goldberg for what she said.
Well, she got a Jewish last name, so she's able to say that.
Well, she took out Gina Carano. But they won't take out Whoopi Goldberg. And The View is now protesting their own network.
Don't get me started on anything that will get you canned because I will go off on it.
What's going to get me canned?
Or banned or fucking flagged or whatever.
I can show you the banned list of things that you can't say. And let me tell you something. It's very, very scary. Saying white trash on Facebook will get you banned.
Sick.
My uncle had a patch on his fucking shirt that said white trash on it. He used to wear like painted clothing and all that.
But what about, wait a second, my garbage bags are actually white, my plastic garbage bags. So they are white trash.
Just don't, you can put up a picture of it and be like, this is banned off Facebook. You're like, what? You're trash? And it's like, no, the whole world together connected up.
White trash. Wow. I love that. Do you ever watch the show Slightly Offensive or Louder with Crowder or any of those guys?
I've seen a little bit of Louder with Crowder.
Well, how they call, do you know what they call young people? Do you know what that word means?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll describe young people. Young people are the ones that riot and loot and steal Louis Vuitton purses and cell phones. Young people are good at basketball. Like, let me young people dance better than
That's
white
terrible.
people.
Why do
That's
you
what they
say that
call.
on my show?
Well, I'm not, well, wait, I didn't say
You're
anything. I said young
dirtying it
people.
up.
I've said not. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I've said nothing. Let me
Stop.
retract what I
Stop. We're
said.
not Joe Roganing this. Stop.
Young people are better
Stop.
than old people at basketball. Is
You
that not
don't
a
have
true
a.
statement?
I need to get like you need a mic button where you can just hit it and it's like beep.
I didn't say anything. I said young people.
The truck backing up.
Young people are just people that have an age. You're a younger person than I am. To me, you're young people.
How do you
so.
know? Metaphorically speaking, I might be older than you in another dimension.
Fuck you.
What do you base
Not going
wisdom
down
off
there.
of? Can you tell me about your trip to Orlando, the very first one, and then we'll work our way down. Since now I got 6 hours because your masseuse canceled because she broke.
She
her
did.
hands.
I'm sad. I'm really sad. I was so looking forward, dude. I've had
I'm
a
sorry.
freaking
What do you want me to
hand.
do?
No,
I'm
because I've had a
telling you, when you
hand
lift the
pain.
hat up like that, it looks like a Nazi symbol. I don't know why. I just saw it again.
My hand?
No, when you lift your hat up like a little bit more down,
It's a
right.
chicken. It's a
No, up,
rooster.
up, 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 down, down,
What the fuck are you?
up, up. Just follow the words I'm saying. Up,
I am up.
down, down, all the way down. Go all the way down.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, it looks
Up.
like a swastika.
Well, yeah. So go up.
I see what you're saying.
Down,
Yeah.
up.
No,
No,
I see
just
what
listen
you're
to what
saying.
I'm saying. Simon says, ready? Up,
Okay.
down, up, a little faster, down, up, down.
Okay, I'm gonna get a headache.
Just
Pass out.
wait, it's almost done. Keep going. Up, all the way up, all the way up,
That's
all the way down,
out. My head's
all the way down, all the way up. Now make a O with your mouth and go up.
Shut the
I had it going for a little bit.
Dude, no, I didn't know you were over there. I was just like, fuck you, dude. My head hurts. No, but I'm so sad. I have this pain in my hand, dude. And it's like, it sucks. And I was really hoping the girl could come over here and figure out what the fuck it is. It hurts so bad.
I've been doing cardio to help out with my back. I did 8 hours the other day.
How the hell do you do that?
I went from 8 p.m. to midnight. And then the next day I did from 4:30 a.m. or not even the next day. It was literally that same day. It was just translating over because my gym opened up at 4:30, went home, took a shower, drank a coffee, did some stuff on my computer, getting podcast guests and stuff. And then I did from 4:30 a.m. to 7:30. And then that night I did another 3 hours. I don't know how much that adds up.
Like, why do you do that? Just curious.
I don't watch movies. I just burn calories, do stuff like that.
Yeah, because you're so fat.
I had to get my 6-pack show. Because a lot like when I work and stuff like that, dude, it's hard when you open up at 4:30 a.m. and you work till like noon or 1, which I've been doing since we had like a supervisor change. Dude, I have no energy to fucking work out. I fast from that night that I eat my dinner. Like when we get done chatting here, I'll eat.
Yep.
I'm gonna go sleep for a couple hours. I'm gonna go do cardio from 8 p.m. till.
Wait, what time is it there? To 3:30?
Oh, it's almost 4 o'clock already.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were so late getting to the goddamn meeting.
I came on a half an hour.
Why'd you have to
Yeah.
shower? I like this smell.
Nah, I had to. I couldn't wake up. I had to fucking put ice in my eyes.
Put
Anyway,
ice
so
in
we
your eyes? What
yeah.
did you say?
Ice water.
Oh,
in my
okay. I thought
eyes.
you were saying you had to put ice in your eyes. I just picture you holding
Both, yeah.
Is it cubed or crushed?
Both. I'm so strong, and I pick it. It starts out cubed, it ends up crushed.
That's how you get to like a ultimate strength point is when you can just crush ice with your 2 fingers.
I could do that if I just hold it for an hour. It gets just turns into
No, you
water.
gotta crush it.
So, no. Long story short, with Orlando, we met some people. They flew us down there. It was like completely now when I think back of it, it was completely unexpected. I got a Facebook message, like private message on Facebook in the morning, in a morning saying that I had an arm wrestling practice. That there was an arm wrestling practice in here in Vegas, and would would I want to come? And I was just like, sure, yeah, I'm always down to practice. And they said, oh, it's actually going to be some UFC people are going to be there, and they're doing some filming. I was like, wait, what? And didn't understand. So I sent a message and to one of the guys, and who I knew was going to be there.
Your microphone or my headphone?
What?
Might be my headphone.
I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's all good.
When you're talking, it's making my left earbud just bzz, bzz.
Oh, I don't hear that. I don't hear that. So maybe I don't know what that is. Um, anyway, so I got invited to this thing I did filming. So dude, I literally showed up like I was gonna go arm wrestling practice, brought some chalk, some straps, and some Gatorade, And I get there, and they said it was at the MGM. I don't, you never been to Vegas, but the MGM Signature Suite.
I have been to
And
MGM twice. I saw 311 the first time. I've
oh,
been to
really?
Vegas. I've only been to Vegas twice, but they were when I was
Oh,
younger.
okay. So they have the Signature Tower, which is their all suites. Like there's no casino associated with it, but it's just like high end suites. Anyway, and I go up to one of the suites, and I open the door, and they're like the double doors with the foyer and everything like that because they're big suites. And there's a film crew in there, and the UFC guy Forrest Griffin. Do you
Yeah.
remember Forrest Griffin, the UFC fighter? He's in there, and some there's reporters, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I walk in, and being me, I just start talking to everybody. I walk in, and I was like, man, you guys really take your filming serious. Your training, filming your practice serious, way more serious than I do. And I say sometimes I go and switch. I film in 4K, and one of the directors, he's like, well, these cameras are 8K. And I go, dude, you guys have twice as much K as me. Holy shit, And the one of the guys comes to me, and I literally thought they were going to ask me to leave because they were going to be like, dude, we're actually filming, a thing with UFC fighters and blah, 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 blah. This isn't, you shouldn't be here. And the guy sits down, and he's like, hey, can I talk to you outside? That's what I thought I was going to get that spiel. And the guy introduces himself. He's like, I'm one of the producers. Who he goes, I know this is I just met you, but I love your energy. Would you be willing to, can I fly you to Orlando to help us film this Mr. Olympia thing? And I was like, well, okay, wait, like just financially. And he was like, he said, can you fly to Orlando, or would you be able to fly to Orlando next week and
Wait,
film
the
for Mr.
actual
Olympia?
Mr. Olympia competition?
Yes.
Holy shit! Past guest Ronnie Coleman was he's an 8-time Mr. Olympia champion.
Yeah, Ronnie Coleman.
He was on this
Yeah.
show, right?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he was episode 1004.
Oh, recently.
Yeah, like I've had like probably 6 Joe Rogan guests on now, right?
Yeah, I know. I've seen that. I have seen that, but I didn't know you had Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
I got to watch that episode. That's amazing. Yeah, I met Ronnie a few times. He was in a wheel.
I reached out to his email address. He just said, "Yeah, buddy," and then fuck it. That was it. I was like, "What the fuck?"
I was gonna say
There's
I
no
would
response.
have seen that. I would have seen that.
That's my hero. That's one of my heroes. If I had a hero.
Yeah. So no, that's what we went out there for. And so anyway, I said, well, let me see about schedule and finance. She's like, no. Okay, let me backtrack. Can I fly you? I'll put you up in a hotel. I'll pay for everything. And he's like, are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? I said, I have a wife. He's like, oh, can she you guys get off work or whatever? I'll pay for everything. And he's asked for my ID, and Sarah came over, we got her ID, and long story short, they bought us a ticket a week later to fly into Orlando, and they put us up in a house, and we filmed this thing for NBC, for NBC Sports. And I got to do some live commentating, do some with the arm wrestling stuff there. And yeah, unfortunately, it never aired it was supposed to air NBC Thanksgiving weekend on NBC Sports. It didn't. I heard it got pushed back. Then it got pushed back again. It got pushed back to like around Christmas. Then or December 10th or 11th, something like that weekend. Then it got pushed back yet again, and now it's indefinitely pushed back. So we may never see any of the stuff we did.
Yeah, but you took pictures and all that, so it happened.
Yeah, absolutely, it happened. Like I said, NBC interviewed my wife and I as a couple in arm wrestling, and they interviewed me. It was really cool, man. There was a lot of cool stuff that happened, and I have pictures, but yeah.
Did you was it happening too fast for you to be able to really like soak in like the no nerves or anything like that?
No nerves. Just what did happen though. So we were flying out on a Thursday. Tuesday, they called us Monday night because, dude, I've had so many disappointments in my life, and not to sound like I've said so many amazing opportunities happening in my life, but I've had so many
privilege.
Yeah, but I've had so many false, let's just say not disappointments, but false promises. Hey man, we're going to do this for you. Hey, we're going to do this, dude. You're going to be the biggest blah, blah, blah. And nothing. Like you said, yeah, buddy. I never heard anything. And with this thing, we were supposed to fly out that Friday or that Thursday. They were supposed to fly us out that Thursday. It's Monday. I haven't heard anything. I haven't received a single email, nothing. I get a text message. Hey, can we do a conference call about your flights? Cool. That was Monday evening. We do a conference call. I talked to them. I woke up Tuesday morning and like, call this whatever you want. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I woke up Tuesday morning. I had no voice, no speaking voice. I could not, I guess, no cold, no cough, no nothing, no speaking voice. 24 hours. They said, we'll have our flights within 24 hours. It's Tuesday night. I go to bed and I'm looking at my phone. It's 11:30 at night. I'm going to bed. We have no tickets yet. And so I go,
remember you telling me this.
Yeah, another thing's gonna another whatever. It's not, it's not gonna happen. I woke up Wednesday morning. We have the tickets, but dude, I have no voice. I'm talking like this. I'm like, what the fuck? And I don't, and we get the tickets and I go, Sarah, what do we do? I'm thinking, what if like they hear my voice or they make me test or I have to, I'm going to be around all these people. Am I sick? Not COVID or anything like that. Just regular. I don't want to get anyone sick, regular food. I have no idea what this is. I was like, should we just cancel and tell them I'm sick? What the fuck, and blow this opportunity? Am I going to be more upset with that or more upset if I wake up Friday morning and my voice is back and I could have done it? So we decided to go, and because our flights were Thursday morning, I woke up Thursday. I had a little bit more of a voice by the event and by Saturday when I was doing all the commentating, while I was not 100%, it was definitely good enough because everyone was, yelling and stuff the whole weekend. So everyone kind of, sound a little bit rough, but excuse me. But yeah, it was awesome. The cooler thing actually that happened to me was my wife and I got hooked up. Shout out to my friend Jeff Brozovich, with Universal tickets for that Sunday. They booked us out flying.
Yeah, we remember talking about this. You got to see all your old friends at Universal.
Yeah, and I walked in and I hadn't been there since 2006.
Because I remember the joke I had when it was an episode we did it. It was the same.
We did talk. That's what I thought. We talked since that. Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like I was missing out on some things, but I have COVID brain. Give me a break. I had it, beat it. Not gonna tell you how. It's a secret.
I don't want to know.
The world keeps it secret from me.
Nothing. It was nothing. It was
but I remember the joke I had was that imagine if you were going up one of your lifts and you're like, I could do my old stunts, and you hit the mat and break on your fucking neck.
Yeah, asshole fucker. No, but like I said, it was really cool to go to Universal again. I hadn't been there for I was emotional when I walked in and heard the music and reminded me of my dad, my family, like things like that. So it was weird.
Finally someone talking sense on the TV.
Yeah, exactly. Someone they took his job. Finally someone talking sense on the TV.
I was watching that again. I wanted to message you about it because I was at the part where he tried to hang himself. He's like, tried to hang myself from a ceiling fan. It's like, it sounds like you're telling the truth, but why does it sound like you're lying? And then he's like in the pancake house because I don't care what they say. Suicide makes you hungry.
It was a cry for help, but I didn't see any other way, but I was too heavy and the rope broke. I think that's something like that. I love that. And then it cuts to that. I don't care what. Suicide makes you hungry. I don't care what he goes.
He goes, Ron, he goes, how do you pleasure yourself when you're blind? He goes, I spend my past 48 hours slowly trying to pleasure myself to the image of Mrs. Buttersworth.
Yeah, that's the second one. There's some good moments in that. I love that shit.
All right, so San Francisco trip.
Not San Francisco, San Diego. We've been going out there doing events at it's funny because the name of the place is called Grinder Gym, and when you say Grinder, most people think of the homosexual hookup app.
That's
which
what
I wish
that is?
Yeah, yeah. I gotta delete that. So it didn't someone I thought it was, but it's really interesting. I met a guy named Toilet Man in 1975. So um, you get a decipher for that if that's true story or just my quick
Oh
wit. We'll
God.
keep you guessing. And
It's like Craigslist. They have a whole thing on there
yeah,
for
they really do, and they
services
tell you
where you
they
can.
well, it's a thing, and they tell you how, if homosexuals are near you, like you get like a literally a gaydar, and it's like a fucking map that shows up and that shows you
I
dudes.
I bet my
Fuck.
teacher in like junior was like a tech class. We had computers in the class. It was like a wood shop class, but we had it in the tech room because they didn't have a wood shop actual like storage thing. You had to go to the vocational school for that. And he was like trying to teach us something. And I was like, we're on Craigslist, and some person's like, you can just hire a person off Craigslist under services to just come over to your house for $20. He'll punch you right in the balls. And the ad that the person listed was like men seeking men, and it
Yeah,
was like, I will come over to your house. You pay me $20 and I will punch you square in your balls. And it's just like, I wonder how many people buy these services. And he came over and he was like, what the hell, guys, no computers. And we're just like, I bet you right now, and we can use the class, rest of the class, use the computers. And there's a person on Craigslist that'll come over to your house. You pay him $20, he'll punch you right in the balls. And I bet you people sign up for it. He goes, I don't think that's true. I showed him and he's like, my faith in humanity's gone. And he walked away.
yeah.
I was like, yeah,
It was in that movie, Horrible Bosses, where they paid the guy like to finish you off or whatever, and they or it was like discreet, and it
he
was
would
like
pee on you.
yeah, and he peed
They
on
call
him.
it wet
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, and he's the peer guy. But yeah, anyway, but no, so we've been going out to a guy named Dave Depew. He's a power lifter as well, and he has a gym out there, really, really nice gym out in there in San Diego. And we I've been going out there and doing the live, being the live MC for these events and doing the live stream when they go on live. Let's see, it gets really loud. It goes live on YouTube, and it's great. So I've had like a following out there. I've done like 3 events with them now, and they pay me, which is cool. And it's not much, I'm gonna vent to you about this real quick because I don't think they're gonna watch this, and if they did, it would be awesome. But they pay me for
Do you
these
think my show
events.
doesn't have enough attraction to pull off one of these TV show producers? I've had one on my show
No,
before.
no, no, I'm
I've
not
had
talking about
multiple on
them.
my show
No, no,
before.
no, I'm talking about when
I
I do
talked
these.
to Jesus in a dream.
I'm talking about when I go out to these small events, not the NBC people, but they pay me for this event, in these events and stuff. And it's funny because people have and I don't even know if you do actually, and no disrespect, but people have like no idea what, like I'll just say it like this: people have no idea what I've made before financially. Like for instance, I'll give you an example. The water bottle, the water Perrier water, like the soda water kind of thing. I used to be an MC, a live MC for Perrier, here in Las Vegas. Once a year, they would do the bar and nightclub events, and they would be all the new vendings for whether from DJs to audio equipment to new liquors and stuff. And I would work for Perrier water. I wore like a suit and tie, and I would just do live rambling event giveaway, that kind of stuff. And I'd make $1,500 for like 6 hours, and do the math, it's about 250, $300 an hour. And so when like people go, here, I'll give you $100 for this, or 200, I'm just like, and I'm not saying this to be like, I don't appreciate whatever. I actually never even negotiated money, but it's interesting to me that the regular or people with regular kind of jobs have no real understanding of what people make in the entertainment world. I find that interesting.
Yeah. Entertainment's a weird one though, because it just evolves into so many things. Like you'd be surprised how many people are doing like the Tonight Show, the Colbert Report, all these types of things. It's like it's the same shit. Like it's a person on cocaine behind a desk that's just fucking rattling off the same exact shit as the person before that. But now they make it to where if you're an entertainer, they just put you up on stage and like dance monkey dance. You
Yeah,
know,
and it's true. And there's a lot of stigma to that, that I remember doing when I got out of entertainment for a few years and was working out here in Vegas and marketing and stuff like that, wearing a suit and a tie every day. I started to look at that like that, where I would see dancers in a nightclub or, that kind of thing, or people they brought in from like Cirque du Soleil or something like that. That someone I worked for doing these things, and the way these corporate people looked at them, they were like that. And I was very torn, man. Like, I'm just being real right now, but I was always really torn because I was I understood both sides of it, because I was one of the few people on both sides of it. The guy hiring the people and the guy getting hired. And um and it was weird because looking as an outsider, or the perspective of that. Some people see a guy in a suit. For instance, you wear a suit and tie to work automatically, or you show up to order or go to a Starbucks and order a coffee wearing a suit and tie. You're going to get, you're going to be treated differently than the guy. If you went right now, what you're wearing with your t-shirt on and ordered this coffee, you're no
Depends if
different.
it's in my town or not.
It's someone who doesn't know you.
Well, everyone knows me
You know what I'm saying.
because I'm friends with everyone.
Shut the fuck up. Don't be difficult for the sake of me. But you know what I'm saying? And that's a thing, man. And what's so interesting is people don't, those guys, the suit and tie guys that are doing the hiring, don't understand that the guys they're hiring, or the men and women they're hiring, um, spent way more time doing that thing than their suit and tie work.
There's a video of TikToks where a guy was like how rich people act versus how wealthy people act, like a really rich person acts. Person that just has a lot of money, like in there, like, that they can easily throw around to buy like nice cars and all that type of stuff, is different than the person who's actually rich, who's like the person who's like, can buy a nice car, gets a nice new car, walks into a place. Yeah, just give me the best, give me the top shelf. Don't hassle me. Tries to act like they can run the place. But an actual wealthy person knows that person that they're getting their food from, says, oh, bring this little extra bit. Here's a little extra cash for the kids and everything like that too. That's someone that's not even being generous. It's just you understand, like, you have a massive amount of wealth. I don't think if you have a massive amount of wealth, you should have a responsibility to help out anybody. It's why I'm surprised people want to ask billionaires for things. It's actually leading into some scary territory. But I think there's a reliance on a lot of people based on looks. And I think there's a double-edged sword of that. One, you're going to be judged as such. If you walk in wearing an only forearms t-shirt or something like that, you're going to be put into a category. It's probably not the best thing for a job interview. But if you're going out to a bar, if you're going out to hang out with friends, like I wore at a bar, it's good. It's normal. It's not,
Well, no,
nothing
anything.
different.
I mean, even I know, people would judge me differently or listen to me differently. Me saying coming on your show, saying the exact same thing. If I looked like my old self, my clean shaven, boy band kind of look, I would, I don't know if it would be for better or for worse. I'm not saying that part. I don't know that part, but I know people treat me different. People look at me different. Even just having facial hair, especially in, like, I feel like today's day and age. Now, why do I have facial hair? I literally, dude, my girl I wanted to shave my beard down a bit and cut my hair a little bit before I did my last event. And I did, the girl who had who cuts my hair and does my beard and everything, that had family problems, had to go out of town for a week, and I didn't get an appointment. But it's interesting though. It's just interesting though how I feel it. I can feel it.
And if I was 40 and doing a podcast like this, then people probably listen to it more, because if I say something deep, they're not going to soak it in because I'm only
100%,
24.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. Yep. Facts. I mean, that's a fact. And you're an articulate young dude. Unfortunately, for better or for worse, you're young, and it's interesting the way I remember being a manager in a night in nightlife, or bar manager and stuff out here in Vegas, food and beverage manager. And I was always clean shaven, always looked really young. I was literally the oldest manager. I was around 34 or 32, the oldest manager. And, the other ones were, 25, 28, stuff like that. But I looked a lot younger than them. And when I would come in, I was be even their boss, and I would come out, and they would be like, "Can we see the manager?" I'm like, "Hi, can I help you guys?" And they'd be like, "Oh, would you just graduate? What's your dad own the bar?" And I was like, "Yeah, my dad owns the hotel. I'm Mr. Bay. My dad's Mandalay, and and I'm like, and it was interesting because until I tried to grow a little bit of facial hair or literally look a little bit older, I was always like, man, people don't treat me with the same amount of respect looking young. It was weird, even though I was the oldest person, and they treated me like the youngest.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people think like with the double-edged sword with looks, for instance, if you're really, really pretty, people just assume you get everything you want. So a lot of people who haven't had that option and avenue to chase down that thing, like I told you a while ago, my first year working at the gym and everything, that there was that lady that would come in and she would rack up like an $800 tab, and then someone would just come in and pay it off. Or it was like our
Mm,
husband or something, that who was an older guy. She was hot. I mean, that's probably based her whole life off her look. She goes, "Can I get like the brown powder and like just with some milk?"
oh
That's how
yeah,
she talked. And I was like, "You
yeah, you
mean
see
the
that all the time.
protein powder?" I mean, use what you got. I mean, nobody's, I'm not against that at all. I just don't think that, I think what we base a lot of decisions off of, like for instance, if I would have saw you in a suit compared to what you're wearing now, would I have wanted
Sure.
you on my show? Not for me, but for some people, that would be the just decision on if they wanted to talk to you or not. They'd want to give
Yeah.
you a guideline. You can't say this. And from your first episode, it's like when I hear your episodes on other people's shows, it's not the you that I know, only because I think, I don't know, we just had deeper and longer chats maybe,
Mm.
but it's a little bit more professional, more to the point, more like you have your what you're going to talk about already picked out. When this, we just kind of fire up the mics and, whatever happens happens, and
Yeah,
that's what
but
I
that's
like.
what I prefer too. I prefer that too. And like Brandon has a mindset, and I'm not saying he's right or wrong, but Brandon has more of a mindset of, with let's get people, in our realm on the show and talk about the things that people on our audience want to listen to. And I'm not saying he's wrong. For me, I like everything happening organic. I come on the phone, what's up? Next thing we're talking about girls. Next thing we're talking about suits. Next thing we're talking, I personally like that. But again, there may be people that don't like that. They might be people that like to stick to, I want to listen to a workout podcast about working out, not about that these guys, used to,
That's why I try and have scientists on, but I also like to ask my own little curious questions as well too.
yeah. I wanted to say earlier, dude, what's funny, man? We were talking about the girls. You said
Did you notice
that
my lights?
I like your lights. Um,
I did the color rainbow for you.
I prefer that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask you if you're gonna make a color.
I
Can it
saw
be
your nips perked up when you leaned back on the chair.
when you were talking about girls that somebody, or not just girls, but you said attractive, somebody you used to go, you know who that was for me? And you're going to be like, what? Jennifer Aniston.
We talked about this before already. I told you that was my number one, but then she came out about like you need to mandate all this type of stuff, and
Oh,
I
no,
just
no.
don't.
Yeah. I hate her now and she's an idiot. But what I'm saying,
Mariah Carey's my number two.
I never found her attractive. I don't know, when she was like as Rachel, or she
That
looked the
was when she
same.
was the most attractive.
Yeah. But now I look back and I watch and I think she's hot, if that makes sense.
Then you must be like a pedophile because you're older now, and maybe you like younger women.
No, I actually no. I found no. I like her older. Most of the women, I think they're real attractive. Like I told my wife, they're older than her.
I
That
don't know. Something about confidence to me has been getting me. Like when a girl has like confidence,
yeah,
like where they're like,
always.
there's like people with like really good personalities where I was like, like just from a distance, like she'd be like, I wouldn't date you at all. But then I don't know. There's something about like confidence where they just say, and like they like not like, so like where they're punching you in the face or something like that. You're gonna fucking do what I say. That's crazy. No,
No,
I
no,
mean
no. I
like
know exactly what you mean. No, they're sure of
just
themselves.
that's something that's like different. It's like, oh fuck, like you can handle, like if I need to
Yeah,
book a
but a
dentist
lot. It's
appointment.
very, very, very odd that, and if you hate me for saying that, I just find it true. It's very odd. Not odd. No, that's not the word. It's rare when you have a young girl, a woman under 35 that has that sense of.
Explains why I like older women.
Yeah, but because most young girls are like, oh, yeah, and you're like probably sitting home going, if you're listening as a young girl, you're like, that's not me. Yeah. And I'm like, no, 100% it is you. And it's because they, like you said, to some girls' credit, they piggyback off of their looks or whatever it is, that kind of thing. And a lot of it's not just women, girls, it's guys too. Guys just try to fake it a little bit better, but a lot of they just don't have the same kind of confidence that you have when you get older, you
I
know?
think there's another stage of change is when you have a kid. There's
Yeah,
something not even
probably.
having a kid, just being around children all the time, taking care of them, like as like whether it's a teacher or whether it's like a daycare person. There's just a change that happens that I've started to notice. Especially like hanging around my nephews more. It's just different. Like I look at people differently, like
Yeah.
not just like a baby that grew up, but like at an aspect of like, I don't know. It's just something where it's like, oh, there's not really a need to get aggressive. Like I used to talk to people who were like researchers about specific topics like feminism and all this type of stuff. Now you're walking into that knowing you're stepping on like a landmine, basically. So like as soon
Mhm.
as you even open up your mouth, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm a man. Let me apologize. Now they're not wrong in whatever they think or that. But then you notice like the ones I've had really good conversations with the same exact topics were people that had their own kids, where I could ask the questions and they wouldn't think I was being rude or anything. Like I could say like, so like, I could ask a specific question I would ask in that scenario, either whether it was serious or not. Like I generally want to know. And they'd be like, are you like making fun? And it's like, no, but with the ones who have kids are like, oh no. Like, yeah, well, I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, I understand it. It's like there's more patience there. And you start getting this point of like, maybe you have to treat me like a child in some aspects, but also it's like you can't just like go off the handle on someone that is just generally curious. Like you want people to learn, you got to fucking teach them. Like that's the funniest thing about like people walking out of colleges for their classes. You're paying to go to fucking school there. Why do you them canceling class is only hurting your future because now you can't learn, and at the same time now you don't have any, you're out of money. You just paid this much money a year to go to college and you're walking out like it's the dumbest fucking thing to me. And you start realizing like there's just a lot of wrong turns in a lot of aspects. I'm not saying everything is done with peace, obviously, but at the same time, it's like you can't just fucking write someone off on the fucking looks. You can't write someone off on this. If I would have just written you off by the looks, being like, he just looks like a muscle bound idiot I don't want to talk to, I could have scrolled right past your profile.
Yeah, I
Nope.
don't look. I
No,
wish I
I
looked like
didn't.
that. I wish I looked like that. No, I think it's too, especially with women. I
Can't tell
think
if you're
when
sitting like this.
I can't tell you,
You
I'm
want to
so
flex real
hurt.
quick? Should we flex?
Yeah. Dude, my arms look fucking
Your arms
jacked.
are
Dude.
bigger than mine, but mine's
My arms look jacked. I'm so strong right now. No, but I think too that it's with women.
depleted of energy. I'm fucking been doing too much cardio.
Yeah.
I feel like a wind gust could just blow me over right now.
Yeah, you need to eat some sandwiches. You need to eat some
I'm gonna
meat.
eat dinner when we get done with this, but I want to.
I'm so hungry. I know. I'm really
Where's your
hungry too.
burrito?
Dude, I would love that burrito right now.
Saving money.
What?
You saving money. Imagine if it was the guy at the burrito place that ratted you out. He's been collecting unemployment and using it to buy these double stuffed burritos.
No, it wasn't about
Take
that.
them down.
That's not what my case is even about. It's
They
about
took my only luxury. All I did was I was unemployed. They took my financial check that I would get from the state and then my burritos. Now I can't have any of my good time feelings.
Oh man, I'm so sad that she canceled my massage. No, but when you're talking about stuff like that too, that's one last thing to touch on. I think too that women and men both, but women, I think it affects them a lot when they nice. That looks good. When
I put
they
a
get
sun
heartache
in my room. So this is a sun that's hitting me. It's making me look really like tan. I'm not tan at all. Watch when I change the light color. Ready? Let's go with a color that.
Hey, ooh, you're ghostly white.
That's what I'm saying. It's the blues, man. That's why I always wear blue shit. Blue shit makes my skin pop.
Yeah, you need to stay on that one. Yeah.
Look like death. I haven't eaten.
No, I was saying though, but I think, when women get hurt, there's a thing that they almost build like a weird wall tolerance kind of, or intolerance kind of thing. And then it comes across as, I don't know, something men find attractive later on. I don't know.
Well, I just think when you get older, your ideas of what you're attracted to probably change. I think you're looking for people that are more stable.
Well, no, and I think just you change. Your circle of friends gets smaller. That's why over time, and I don't mean it to the sake of politically. So let's just say that when I use this word, but people become, I'm going to say it one more time. I'm not talking about politics, but people become more conservative as you get older. And the reason why, and like I said, not politically, I'm not talking like that.
I know.
But your circle of friends gets smaller. Your time becomes more valuable. So you take what you want to expose yourself to just becomes more conservative. It becomes smaller. And I think that's what happens, and it's not, whether you call it wisdom or whatever the metaphor you put along with those kind of things, I don't know, but you do. I can feel it from me. I can feel that the people, when I don't want to go to a party full of a bunch of people, but I like going out with, another couple or two people, things like that. You know what I mean? And because
more manageable.
Yeah, but and it's more manageable too. That's of course. What I'm saying is, it's just like you when you're younger, nightclubs look appealing. My wife said this the other day. We're driving home and we were talking about a thing about, I don't know, something about clubs. Something came on and it was, we were driving by the strip and we saw like a billboard for, they have like the LED, not billboards, but, like TVs on the hotels. It's like boom, boom, and it's showing like people like dancing and fucking the bottle girls are doing that. And my wife was like, I couldn't imagine anything worse than that right now. And I'm like, me too. Like, and no, there was a time that I worked in nightclubs. Oh, we were talking about that too. That's what it was. We were driving. It was like 9:30 at night, and we were just getting like home. Like we're like, I can't wait to get home, smoke some weed, and just play with my cat, and watch some Twilight Zone. And where Sarah was like, I know, and I said, man, I can't believe like right now I would be getting ready to go to work. Like I'd be a half hour from like doors opening at 10 p.m. and my day would be just getting started. And I couldn't think of anything worse, man. Holy shit. Like looking at it back at it, but at the time,
How was
it was
everything?
awesome. I could stay up all night. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I sleep in or do, I'm going at night, being around like hot people, good looking dudes, good looking girls. Everyone's having fun and going crazy. Man, that sounds like the worst thing in the world to me right
I
now.
was never out to go out to a bar or anything like that. It's like whenever I do go somewhere, like I went for my thing with my uncle. That was everyone's like, "Holy shit, Robbie's here!" It's like
Yeah,
we've never really seen you out. It's like, yeah, I don't. I had well when I went to Secrets for it was a Christmas party. First of all, pina coladas are fucking delicious. I don't
they
care
are,
if
aren't they?
anybody says. I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
like
dude. I'll drink a
6
fucking
of them,
shit out of them.
and then
Yeah.
you start feeling like shit because all that sugar that's in it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting like just crashed on.
Dude, I used to love with pina coladas. I used to look when living in Singapore, it was so nice to be able to go to like the little islands, island hop. It was either to get ferry or a plane, so cheap. But I didn't know what I look forward to more, going on vacation or just having an excuse to drink pina coladas.
Why do you need it? You can drink it anytime you want.
No, I know, but it makes you really gay. So like
How
but
does that
if
do that? Why do people say that?
I don't know, I don't think that either, but I just want to say it.
Pina coladas are fucking delicious.
They're
Th-
so good.
There was one called a dirty banana, bro. Now that one sounds dirty, but what it is
Wait,
it's a
I'm actually going to talk about Fat Tuesdays. Have you ever had Fat Tuesdays, by the way?
no, I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's they are slushy alcohol, right? So imagine like a slush, like you go
That's
to a
what I
7
make on
Eleven.
the weekends usually. If when I was drinking, I haven't really drank at all.
Yeah, so you go to Fat Tuesdays, they have them here in Vegas, like different hotels, and there's probably like 12 of them on the strip alone. And you take your cup and they fill up your drink with a big ass thing, and you can put extra shots in it or whatever. So the one I always get is called, I always say it wrong, I know the real name, it's called a pain in the ass, but I always call it, I'm like, when I walk up to Fat Tuesdays, I say, can I get the fucking
Can I
dirty
get that thing
ass?
in the ass? And they're
Yeah,
like,
dirty,
oh,
or the dirty
that's
asshole, or the
gonna be
thing
an
in the
extra
ass.
fee.
Yeah, can I get the cup of ass, cup of hot ass? But what it is, it's a hurricane. It's half hurricane
Yeah,
and
we
half
have them down here.
what, hurricane?
No, we have pain in the ass. That
Oh,
specific
really?
drink. Yeah, it's not like
Is
a
it the
specific.
same? Is it a hurricane and a pina colada?
I don't know if it's a hurricane and a pina colada, but I'm pretty sure it's probably the same thing.
But it's so here in fact, I don't know. I have no idea, but you may be right. I have no idea. But it's a half pina colada and half hurricane. And then I get like an extra shot or two of 151. Hold dude, Sarah and I walk around the strip. I'm like faded as hell. I'm like, dude, like and it's delicious.
I don't get like
It's
that.
so good. It's
I
so
I usually
delicious.
when I was doing like my own drinks, like if I went to my buddy's house when I was like having like drinks on weekends and stuff, I would get 5 little 99 bottles, little 99 alcohol things. It's like what I'm talking about, 99
No,
proof.
no,
I think we've talked about this before. I
no.
drank one on air with you one time when I was wearing my blue shirt. That really made me look
Yeah, but
pale.
I didn't understand what you were actually drinking. I was
It's
so high.
a
It's
99 is a
90.
small little
Ah,
bottle of liquor like this big.
yeah.
And I remember, I think I told you this too. I went into the alcohol store because I would always go in there every weekend because my buddy is right from across the street from my buddy's house. And I would
Mhm.
grab like 5 or 6 of them and walk out. But I would always see people take these giant bottles of like Fireball and shit, like giant like
Yeah,
tequila
yeah,
bottles, all that.
yeah.
And I went up to the guy, I put 5 of the 99s on the thing, and I'm like, hey man, like I really appreciate you like not saying anything to me about like grabbing the 99s, considering everybody's coming in here with like large bottles of alcohol and buying it, and I'm just buying these small things. He goes, why would I say anything about that? And I was just like, well, it's like not like serious drink or anything like that. He goes, these are like these are 100 proof, man. And I'm like, what? He goes, that's why they're called 99s. This small little bottle of alcohol is like pure. And I'm like, holy crap. Because I thought you were an alcoholic. I was like, oh no. But you start like, I remember going in there another time, a
So it's
guy who
50. If it's 99 proof, it's 50% alcohol.
45 volume.
Wow, that's correct. That's a lot. Yeah.
So I would do,
Wait. Yeah. Okay.
but I didn't know that. And I would take 4 of these things and I would put them in a blender. Then I would take A&W root beer and I would pour that in there. And then I would put ice in it and slush it up and I would drink it.
Yeah.
And then
I know you had those. Yeah.
the one mistake I made was I added whipped cream to the top of it one time. And the more hammered you get, whipped cream just tastes good by itself. So you're eating whipped cream and I'm fucking putting it in my drink, just like a milkshake, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what it is.
And I fucking, dude, I got so like ill to my stomach, man. I thought I was gonna puke, but I didn't. I
Yeah.
don't
That's
puke.
horrible.
But I didn't know. I was like, why am I like getting so fucking hammered? I must be a lightweight. And they're like, no, that's fucking hard stuff. But that's I gave that recipe to Screwball. I tagged him in a photo of it. And next thing you know, they added it to their site, but they never gave me credit. And I was like, what the fuck, man?
That's cold.
Whatever. But yeah, I mean, but Dirty Banana is like a banana with like chocolate and all this type of stuff in the drink. And I
Yeah.
had like, because I was the person I was telling you who was married, who just got engaged to someone they've been together 8 years. It's the first night I've ever seen him out like that. And he goes, "Oh, you're Mike's brother." And he's giving me a high five and stuff. And he goes, "What are you drinking, man?" I'm like, "Dude, pina coladas. They're fucking delicious." And that's literally what I was saying. And he goes, "Dude, you ever had a dirty banana?" I was like, "What's a dirty banana?" He's like, "Bro, I'm gonna get you a
He's
dirty
like, bend
banana."
over and I'll show you.
And he got this drink and handed it to me. Dude, it was a chocolate milkshake basically, but it had alcohol in it. And then
Yeah, I have seen those. Yeah, I have seen
but
those.
after I've had like 3 of them and then like 2 pina coladas already, I'm like, oh, there's a good amount of alcohol in these things.
That's the worst. So I mean, like those to me, that's I can't drink. I like drink those. I like those kind of drinks, of course. You know that they're, but I can't drink them anymore because of the headache the next day. Even that same night. That's the even thing. We've been having the Fat Tuesdays because it's loaded with sugar. Like by that night, I'm already feeling like I'm hungover, and I hate that feeling so bad.
I was because by the time this comes out, it'll probably be a week or 2 after. But
Mhm.
last night was the celebration thing.
Yeah,
And
so I saw your photos.
I was getting people getting like trying to buy me shots, and I was like, no, 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 no. And after a while, you just look like an asshole from like, I mean, 70 something people. I mean, there's probably 80 people there, and I mean,
Mhm.
divided between all the people, there probably had to be a total of 30 teeth out of 80 people. But they were offering shots, and eventually I was like,
Never
sure.
tell me the odds.
Then I was like, all right, well, I'll do one with my brother or whatever, his dad and everything. So I was like, that was his dad that passed. So I was like,
Mm.
let's do a fucking shot, dude. And he's about to play music. So when I was sent those videos that was him probably blasted. Oh yeah, I was blasted. But I did the shot and I was like, I was like, that just it just tasted different. And I was like, what the hell kind of shot was that? And I put it down, like, oh, that's like 4 shots in one. And I was like, huh? And then next thing you know, I was like, well, I don't know, I'm not feeling anything. Like a minute later, I go and sit down, and then I'm like awkward. Like I get that awkward drunk where I was like, oh, it's gonna start coming, it's gonna start going down. I see it now. It's starting to hit my bloodstream. And then next thing I know, I was like, because I was sober for a good portion of it. And as I'm sitting in the crowd, they're playing Rage and people are fucking throwing older people. And I'm getting like fucking pissed. I'm like, I need a beer to loosen myself up and start throwing elbows back. Next thing I know, I'm freaking like just rocking out to it was fucking awesome. It's a
I
good
can't.
feeling. I like that better than getting high. And I figured out why I've explained my high experiences, right?
Yeah, but I,
Dude,
yeah,
my
I don't
birthday
know.
was ruined. Okay. So I went to bed at 5 p.m. on my birthday. My
Okay.
buddy goes, hey, man, since you're over here on your birthday, what do you want to do? I was like, we'll probably get Chinese food and everything afterwards. This is a great story. It's a great story. I'm so happy I get to tell you this. Because
I'm starving. I would kill for Chinese food.
I know it's a joke. I wish I could find a way how to do it right. But I was sitting on his
Wait, so
recliner.
this isn't a true story?
No, this is 100% true. I'll tell you
Oh,
the
okay,
joke in a
okay,
minute.
okay,
But
okay.
it's 100% true story. So like, get Chinese food or something. I was like, all right, right on. So we're sitting on a chair and we're watching like flat Earth videos on YouTube. And I played it on my first episode. I played it. I've talked about this story before. So if you're listening, you probably heard on the first one. But these guys are talking about like, you're a flat earther. I have that video. But there's another level where they talk about it's all linked in with Hitler, where there's an Arctic base in fucking Germany that is linked in there. that goes insane. But the dude's like, it's flat, like the top of the hat. He's wearing an Abraham Lincoln hat. And I'll show you the video. I'll pull it up. I swear to you, you'll laugh your ass off. But I'm watching this. I'm like, what the fuck are we watching? And my buddy goes, take this. And he gives me this little, like, it's like a little like square cube, but it's like, it looks like a gummy. And I'm like, what is this? He goes, it's just take it. It's Delta 8. And I'm like, I don't do pot. He's like, it's not pot, it's Delta 8. I'm like, I don't do it, dude. I don't handle it well. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. And he goes, dude, it's a 5. You're not going to freak out. Just take it. And I was like, fuck it. And I took it. I'm sitting there on the couch, and he's like working on something, like an Amazon package gets delivered. I'm watching this, and like 10 minutes in, I just slowly, like, I get up from the chair and I go, you fucking lied to me. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I feel it. It fucking just hit. I felt it hit. I felt everything. The whole room looked like if you were like going to just center in, like blur everything around me and just center in on me to where I'm in focus and everything's out of focus. Everything that was not in my direct line of vision was blurry. I went to the bathroom. I got locked in there for 45 minutes. Easy. I come out and I'm like, dude, he's like, you good? I'm like, I'm fucking great, man. Get me to the couch. Like, I need to get back to the recliner. I was like, you fucking lied to me. It's all I kept saying. He goes, dude, just calm down, ride with it. Let it go. Let it ride. And I'm like,
is Delta 8 like a stream?
I'll look it up.
A strand? I don't know what it is.
It's all he kept saying is it's Delta 8. It's not weed. And I remember
I don't know what that means.
Sitting in the recliner. I was like, dude, I was in the bathroom for 45 minutes. And he goes, you were in there for 2 minutes, man, at the most. And I was like, so I started panicking. And I'm like, I'm in this recliner. And he's like, are you okay? He's like, ride it out, dude. You're good, man. You're fine. Everything's okay. This is my birthday. And he's like, you're good, man. Everything's okay. I'm like, feel my fucking heart. He puts his hand on my heart, pulls it away, goes, why is your heart beating so fucking fast? I was like, dude, because I'm freaking out. And so there's this like issue I've been having with my neck. It feels like what happened was I was so high, I amplified onto that spot. And I felt like if I moved my neck, it was going to pop like bubble wrap. Dude, I was panicking. Next thing I know, he's like, all right, let's go get Chinese food. I was like, what? And he's like, you've been on the couch watching TV for like 4 hours. Like, let's go. I'm like, 4 hours? I was like, just sat down. And then we go to the Chinese restaurant. I'm typing in Delta 8 quick. This is going to make me sound like a fucking psychopath, but nobody believes me about my high experiences. I tell people.
Yeah, that's really not, like, I don't know what that even is.
At the end of the story, I'm going to tell you what it is. So Delta 8 tetrahydrocannabinol, also known as Delta 8 THC, is a psychoactive substance.
Yeah, so it's weed. Yeah, it's THC.
What a piece of shit. He tells me it's Delta 8. I was like, what a fucking
lying.
I'm about to message him, dude. You fucking. All right. Back to the show. So U.S. Food and Drug Administration trying to tell me. So let me get to the thing. So we're going to go get Chinese food. We're driving. I'm telling him I can pull myself out of it. I can pull myself out. I just got to focus on, like, once the car's moving, my brain's focused on the road. So like I'm more aware. Now my nerves and adrenaline's going up a little bit. So now I'm not really as high as much. We pull into the thing. He gets out of the car, runs inside, grabs the bag, and gets out of the car. So right in front of us is and I've said this before that it was somebody else, but it was my buddy. So sorry for him because I'm putting him on blast. But there was a glass door of the Chinese restaurant, and he gets in the car. He goes, dude, I never know what the fuck they're saying in there. And he starts saying a bunch of like Chinese, like boing yang, like he starts doing that. And I looked over and I started busting out laughing. He's like, it wasn't that funny. I go, no, what I just picture is as you're backing out, mouthing these words to me, the people inside the store that are looking through the glass door are looking at you like these racist white motherfuckers.
I was going to say, they probably know everything he said. He's like, oh, he wants 2 egg rolls and free.
I saved in my phone that I said, skit Chinese restaurant. And I kept telling him to remember it. And because I thought I was going to forget it. I ended up like it really sticking in there. But like then I'm eating like Chinese food, and his mom's asking me questions and stuff like that. Like, oh, how's everything going? All this type of stuff. And I'm finding it hard to answer. And now I'm eating like rice and stuff. And I'm now finding it really hard to swallow. And then that's what she said. And then I had to get to it before you did. Look like you like a golden retriever with a biscuit on your nose. And the next thing you know, I go back to the chair. I'm sitting down. We just got done eating dinner and everything. And his mom was on the chair behind me, and she was snoring, but I thought she was seizuring, and I was too afraid to turn around. It's like terrible. So I ended up getting home. I was still kind of high, fell asleep. at 5 p.m. He knew, like, I went to the gym in the morning like I always do. Came home. He's like, "You're right." I was like, "My thoughts aren't there." And he's like, "What do you mean your thoughts aren't there?" I was like, "This is what happens every time it's the after effect of weed. I just don't have any thoughts. I'm just in, like, everything's just kind of numb around me." And he goes, "I'm so sorry." And we built this studio. We cleared everything out of the old studio. If you look over here, I'm just turn my computer without the thing breaking. There's my black curtain that was
Oh
behind me
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
time on the first 1,000. So that's shout out to, but he built the desk and everything because he felt so bad about my birthday. So on the 1st of January, he did this whole studio over, and then the show came back eventually. But I'm never doing weed ever again. Every
Dude, that
time.
thing, but everything you said doesn't make any sense
That's
to
what I'm
me at
saying.
all.
It's my brain. My brain is naturally high. So when it gets even more high, it's like a Family Guy episode that doesn't fucking stop. There's times
The,
where I'm going
the
to the
only
bathroom and I'll forget to go to the bathroom and finish.
the only bad weed experience I had, they have these drinks out here. Dude, again, my mic sounds so strange. Um,
Can I get to the end of my story?
oh, that I thought you were done. Oh, my
No,
bad.
I looked up what it is. Apparently, with some people with THC, it's common in people with bipolar disorder. It's common with people with ADHD. It's common with people with some type of like psychoactive brain thing that just it triggers their brain differently, and it induces a drug psychosis. So what you experience is like, I looked it up. It is like, and I've actually been reaching out to guests who suffer from this, who literally their whole, they say like from the experiences I've heard and the people I've reached out to, they say that like they stopped doing weed when they realized they had this, because what happens is that sometimes you don't come back. It's like that acid trip. You just don't come back right. And I've experienced that before. There are some things that it just hasn't come back right. Like the fact that like my whole brain the whole time's like, you're leaning your neck forward. You got to fix your posture. Oh, I can feel my fucking teeth. I still know what that effect is like because
Yeah,
I've,
yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I've had things similar to that. Like I
that's
said, for me,
nuts. Fuck
I
that. That drug should be illegal forever.
they have these you ever seen, yogurt shots or 5 hour energies,
Yeah.
obviously, 5 hour energy, right? So they have like little cannabis drinks for like they're like 5 hour energy, but they're not for energy. There's like weed, right? Now legally, like in Nevada, you can't sell more than someone like 100 grams at one time or something. Like, I'm probably saying this wrong, but you're only allowed to sell 10 milligrams. Like when you buy gummies, unless you have your card, a cannabis card, like the medical card, you can only sell you can only take 10 milligram gummies at a time. Anyway, but how they get around these things, obviously they sell a whole pack and they say serving size is one.
Muscular fucking neck.
Yeah, it's delighting. The serving size is, one gummy, but you have 10 in a pack. But if you took 10, you're taking 100 milligrams. So with these drinks, they're like the size of a 5 hour energy drink. And what I do is I
CBD
take one and
baby.
yeah. So no, I take one and I drink it, and I drink like about half of it, because again, it's hard it would be to drink less. You can take a fire energy drink, it's like done, it's done, right? So I drink it and I look and it says servings per container 10, and I'm like, imagine trying to take a fire energy drink and turning that into 10 servings, right? Very difficult. So I'm like, well, fuck, I just drank half of it, I might as well drink the rest, dude. So I just ingest 100 milligrams of weed all at once. And dude, like, I never will do anything like that again. Because again, that's the only time I can relate to anything what you're saying. Because, dude, I was like laughing uncontrollably, then crying uncontrollably. Like I couldn't see anything. It was like I could only see like energy. Like I couldn't see Sarah. I knew she was sitting there, but she just looked like crystals to me. It was weird.
I just can't ever get out of the headspace that one day someone's gonna have to give my eulogy. Like it's just fucking, it drains on me. I literally feel more depressed when I get high. But it's funny because with like you said, the 5 hour energy caffeine thing. Now, not psychoactive, but you're a supplement person, so you know what these things are. I work at a gym. We sell supplement scoops. My old supervisor was like, dude, I guarantee you, if I give you the combination, like this insane combination, I'm just going to make up for you specifically, since you say that caffeine never hits you. He's seen the energy drinks I drink. I drink like 8 or 9. I've had 8 yesterday. So, I mean, um, that's just how I do. Caffeine doesn't work. It's just taste. I like the taste of Bangs. 2 for 4 Royal Farm. Shout out to them. That might be an East Coast thing. But he goes, so I'm going to give you 2 scoops of I Am God, 2 scoops of Psychotic, 2 scoops of Woke AF, and then I think it was 2 scoops of Psychotic Gold. And so there's 300 per scoop of milligrams of caffeine. So he goes scoop, 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 scoop. I did them all. He's like, you feel anything? I was like, no, I told you, just pre-workouts don't work on me. Dude, I drank a bang during my workout, and halfway through my workout, I stopped. I went over to him. I was like, I'm going home. He's like, why? I was like, I'm going to puke. He's like, why are you going to puke? I was like, dude, I don't know what it was, but adding a bang on top of all that, maybe because it's a caffeinated, really bubbled it up and made my stomach just feel like
Carbonated.
yeah, and just feel like you
Yeah.
had to go. He goes, Robbie, those are 300 scoops. So if you do 6 times 300, and then you add the bang on top of that, which is like 320
300. Yeah.
something,
That's
you
like
just hit
300.
like a fucking, I was like, I don't want to call that feeling it, but I definitely was like, I feel sick as shit.
Your heart doesn't feel like it's going to explode.
No, my heart is probably close to dying. I can feel that. Feels like the left ventricle isn't working properly.
Because I mean, like, I mean, I
You know
take
how I know that?
caffeine.
Because when I got high, I analyzed my heart. I felt it beat.
No, because I mean, I take caffeine, daily, and but I do try to monitor. I don't like to have anything more than 600 milligrams throughout the day. I try to keep it at 400, 200, 200 split up, or 200, 100, 100. But yeah, I don't know how, like, I mean, it just that just scares me.
I only had one pre-workout that actually like I felt something from, and it wasn't even feeling something. I got massively sick. They put some amount of creatine in it that was like it was Bulk Labs. I'll never buy from them again. Bulk Labs, if you're listening, fuck you. Um, this was years ago when I was like a junior in high school and I was first starting working out.
They probably don't even exist anymore.
I think they still exist.
I don't know. I haven't heard of it.
But they had like a very generic brand, like white container, blue lettering. It said bulk on it. And I did one scoop of it. It was blueberry. I can never taste blueberries again from that, dude, because it literally just felt like I was just gonna puke. That's all it did. My whole stomach just felt like it was just bubbling up. Like every time I burped, it was insane. Couldn't even finish the workout. Also, I got really, really like my skin felt itchy, like to a point that I just
It probably had
didn't
the
like
beta aniline in it. Yeah, beta aniline makes you feel like you have like fucking fire ants on your skin or under your skin.
But usually
You get the itches in your face.
for each hour of cardio I try and kill an energy drink.
Yeah, but a lot of energy drinks don't have beta aniline. The ones that do, it gives you that. I personally don't really like that feeling. I usually try to avoid supplements with beta aniline. I don't like it. I actually, to be totally honest, I was gonna say this too. It's like it's just so interesting, man. Like, the lies in the quote unquote fitness industry. I hate it so much. Like supplements don't work. Bottom line.
I don't
They're
take them,
completely
so.
Yeah, they're completely unnecessary. They don't work. And it's so sad because it's millions. It's a billion dollar, maybe billions with a B, billion-dollar industry. Like I said, I went down to that Olympia, did the Mr. Olympia thing, and you're talking about a convention room, massive with hundreds, man, of booths, and there's some Ronnie Coleman looking dude standing behind the booth and flexing it, and that motherfucker ain't taking none of that shit.
Yeah.
And it's just so, it makes me so sad because I remember being 19, 20, in my mid 20s, up to 30 years old, before I understood anything. Again, I never took any type of performance enhancers until I was older.
You're definitely taking T booster. There's no way you're building up that from natural testosterone.
No, I'm on testosterone. Of course, I'm on testosterone.
I'll say you're fucking 45. What are you, The Rock, saying you don't take T?
No, I'm not. There's no boosters. I take injectable
You inject
testosterone.
it?
I take injectable testosterone 2
Where
times
do
a
you
week.
inject it?
Into my shoulders. Yeah.
That's why your shoulders are up like that.
No, it's just because I'm sitting like this.
Sarah's like, lean on the fucking arm wrestling table. This has got to go on your shoulder. There's a story from Joey Diaz talking about he used to know this person that used to inject steroids into their traps. Deca Deca is what they called it back in the day, Deca, into his
And
traps.
Decadorbalin is the testosterone. Well, it's a testosterone derivative. It's a steroid. The pharmaceutical name of it is nandrolone.
But
But go ahead.
he would talk about how his mom, like he would be on the cell phone and his mom would know when and inject it right into his traps for him while he was in the middle of like a phone conversation. And it was just like, I don't know what that relationship is like. I don't know if I ever want to know what that's like, where your mom's injecting Deca into your fucking traps while you're
Yeah, I don't know
fucking.
about my mom. I mean, my wife used to do my shots until I learned how to fucking stick a needle in myself. Um, yeah, no, I've been on testosterone. That's the thing. Shout out to, we're back on our podcast. People love Brandon and I's transparency about performance enhancing drugs, and because I remember, like I said, being 20 in my early 20s, being a stunt guy, doing Power Ranger stuff, doing the Terminator show, and talking to some of the other guys at work, and then there was no honesty, and they were telling me they're on this, and I was literally, man, spending hundreds of dollars a month on creatines and nitric oxide boosters and NO supplements and the worst if you're a listener, if you're taking BCAs, branched chain amino acids, you're wasting your money. Please
I
throw them
always
away.
see that's the thing though. If I don't need energy drinks if I have BCAs, it's
Yeah, but
not.
they
It's
do. It's
I
it's
know,
absolutely
I know
nothing.
that's
They're
the thing
absolutely
though. It's
worthless.
just the
Yeah.
taste. I just need like I put
Yeah, I
Mio.
understand. If you like them for the taste, that's, yeah. If you just want to get out of, if you, instead of having Kool-Aid or flavored water, take BCAs. But if you're taking them for your workout, it does absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
And it's food is the best supplement, is your, other than that, but I just remember, and right now you can go on Instagram, pull up your favorite Instagram guy or girl, and if you show me the picture, and if I'll look at them for you, and you can ask me if this person is natural or enhanced, and I will tell you. But even the females are all enhanced. Like there's no one not enhanced. And it's such a funny thing, because for me, like I said, for Brandon and I, I'm super honest. I like I said, what I've ever taken or what I've not taken. And if you want to go over our channel, we talk about
caffeine's the only enhancement I
it. But and like I said, I started taking testosterone replacement at 42 years old. So I'm on 3 years now that I've been on testosterone. And I had no way, and medical, from a doctor. And my dose is a medical dose. It is not like making me, it's not making me better in the gym. Let's just say that. Does it help me? Let me say that. Does it help me feel like I'm 32? 100%. But is it making me like, oh my God, like now I can just keep lifting and working out? No, I'm super sore and everything like that. I think it normal. The biggest reason I take it, full disclosure, is just for my sleep, my sex life, and that kind of thing. And I had no idea the difference until I was like, it's just like, someone who gets a good night's sleep. There are people that have not ever gotten a good night's sleep, and then they get a good night's sleep, and you're like, you wake up the morning, you're like, this is what you're supposed to feel like. And so I always talk to younger men my age. I have a guy at work, but not at work, but a buddy of mine at who we train arm wrestling with. He's 39 years old. And he was talking about it. He's like, I love that I can talk to you and you won't lie to me. You won't, because it's just this taboo thing. It's almost like, you remember like a few years ago when it was like asking a woman if she got fake boobs, and she's like, oh my God, my boobs are real. And they're like giant circles of plastic. And I'm like, I went to high school with you. You had no boobs. You didn't grow them at 32. And now it's like more acceptable. Women are talking about they got Botox and lip injections and whatever it is,
yeah,
hair
I
extension.
don't like the modernization of that type of stuff.
But I'm
Um,
saying, but they talk about it, at
I
least
just
now.
don't want. I think like the way you're doing it is more respectable because you're educating people and you're being kind of transparent in that aspect. But there's a lot of people out there like, yeah, just get Botox. I'm like, no, 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 no. Be very careful because being involved in the fitness industry is the only place I've ever felt comfortable for the way that I do what I do. And that is because everyone kind of has their own little thing when you get involved in the fitness industry. Eventually, you're not really working out to get laid or anything like that. You're working out because you just want to get bigger because you feel
Well,
like you're
what's so
small.
funny is because again, you're using the word fitness industry. When you think of fitness, you think of health. And what's
I
so
think of a
sad,
gym.
okay, the gym or whatever metaphor you or or analogy that pops up in your mind. But what I'm saying is you look at these bodybuilders and fitness girls and bikini competitors and stuff like that. And they're some of the most like and I'm gonna it sounds horribly controversial, but there were some of the most unhealthy people in the world.
Mm.
And when they get on stage, those bodybuilders, I mean, they are so unhealthy. And it unfortunately, it puts guys that what I'm doing, which taking testosterone replacement therapy for a man in his 40s. It's the best decision I ever made as far as my health. You know what I mean? You're like, because Joe Rogan says it too. You can be, he's like 52 years old. Joe Rogan's 50, 53. You can be
Way older
53.
than that.
No, I think he's like 53.
He was like 50,
Um,
54, 55.
well, that's not way older. No, if I'm not mistaken, well, let's just say Joe's under 55 years old, but in his 50s, in his early to mid 50s. But like Joe says, you can be 50 years old and be 50 years old, or you can be 50 years old and kicking ass and, doing fucking workouts,
I saw a 90-year-old man benching 3 plates in my gym. His name is
yeah,
Rick. Or no,
yeah.
it's Dick. He likes to be called Dick because his name is
But
Richard.
when you realize like you're you take the average male testosterone from 10 years ago and then 20 years ago, it's like half.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like, because of um carcinogens and food and water and oils and fried foods and soy products and all these things like this, men are becoming less manly. And and I'm not saying it in a manly macho way.
Yeah.
I'm saying it in a this
You're coming
isn't
across more
debatable.
beta people I've talked about before.
Yeah,
There's a shift.
I'm not yeah, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about you as a man functioning better as a man, even as a young man.
Yeah, that you should look up the studies that people have done recently about all the massive amount of kids my age that are suffering from fucking not being able to get a fucking hard on.
Yeah, low testosterone.
Well,
Yeah, low
it's not
testosterone.
low testosterone. It's the amount of anxiety medications that kids are
Oh,
taking
well, okay, yeah,
nowadays. They're not able
again,
to get it up. And I mean,
there's
it
a
happens same
plethora
thing.
of shit like that. Yeah.
Birth defects or some types of
Yeah.
miscarriages that are happening more. There's a shit ton of studies. I had to pull up on the show. I didn't even know. Dude, it's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous. And I heard it
Yeah.
all from a comedian. I had to look up what he said. Fucking
Yeah.
Tim Dillon goes, it's so hard being a gay guy now because half of these kids can't get their fucking dicks up because they're fucking littered with anxiety medications. I was like, what? And I fucking looked it up. I was like, holy shit, there's actual peer review. Like people say peer reviewed. I fucking check your peers. But Harvard has done studies on it. Bunch of
Yeah.
people have done studies on. I'm trying to get more people on to talk about these types
But
of things
again,
too.
with all of the talk in the world today, and I'm not going to say the subjects for out of respect, but with all the talk in all the world today, with anything, Floyd Mayweather, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. And that's a real fucking true statement, man, about anything. And the Fortune 500 companies, the top three are pharmaceutical companies that make more money. Those three make more money than the other 497 other companies.
Yeah.
And that's because I used to do pharmaceuticals, man. I used to do pharmaceutical sales, which is why when I talk to people about things that are going on with medications or shots or whatever, people are taking and doing nowadays, I can speak on it with a little more understanding than an average person because I've done it. I know where the money is. Like I said, I come across with my beard and my flannel jacket is like, man, that is a hard boot. But reality is I, again, did pharmaceutical sales for a minute. And, and you can take a small box of medication smaller than a shoebox that cost $15 to make, what I mean, manufacturing cost, whatever, and that will retail at $500,000, and it's true though. It sounds terrible, but it's true. A cured patient is a lost patient.
Yep.
It's a terrible thing to say, but it's true. And it's like, unfortunately, that's the reality in the world, and people are trying to medicate themselves past, whatever. Now you can flip it on me and say, wait a second, you're preaching about this and that. And you're saying you're taking, yeah, there are certain things that you can take, I believe, for your well-being, that medications that are good for you. I don't think medicine's bad, but I think turning to medicine first, that's where I would say is not the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
I
I don't
think
take
there's other
ibuprofen or anything like that. And
no, absolutely not.
I mentioned it when I got COVID and everything, which I was asymptomatic. I think I still don't have my sense of smell. So it's been
Mhm.
a month or so now. I've heard people
That's a
say
good time to start dating, dude, eating ass and stuff.
I fucking heard people say they haven't got it back. It's been over a year. And I'm like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, I hope I'll get a whiff of like, I did smelling salts and I went,
Yeah.
because I remember smelling it the first time and feel like a shotgun went, like when you get the
Yeah.
COVID test and it goes up your nose, it's like a scent does that to you. But I went straight nose in it, same exact smelling salts, pure powerlifting, fucking hard shit. Did it, nothing. But then my eyes started watering.
Yeah.
And I think I sent you the clip of me taking the Q-tip and I was
Mm.
joking around, like cleaning out my nose because my nose
My
was
blood.
bleeding. And I pulled it
Yeah.
out and I was like, looked at it like that, like it was a COVID test I just took. It was a bit that I was gonna do. Surprisingly, got a lot of people like, what the fuck? I was like, maybe it was weird. I don't know. I haven't came back from my high yet. But that I couldn't smell the ammonia. All I could smell or all I could feel was my eyes watering because of my brain was
Right.
registering I was taking
No,
it wrong.
when I had COVID, I lost I didn't lose my taste. My wife lost her taste and smell a bit. I lost my smell completely, and it did take a while to come back but I mean, now it's back fully,
If I get a
everything like
whiff
that.
of like if I catch it from the side of like a coffee or something, I could smell something. But
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
has
The
to be
first thing
something
I know, I
strong.
started to notice, like, I would like use my just soap, body wash in the morning, and I couldn't smell it. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden I was like, oh, wait a second. I forgot that it smelled, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
whatever colognes or whatever, put them on.
We got
But
to wrap it here in a minute.
yeah, no. Um,
I'm
but,
hungry.
but like I said, man, we try on our show, I don't think I guess we never talked about it, being that you didn't know that, that, and again, I come at it from an education purposes to say, literally, to tell young men or middle-aged, even young guys, yet alone middle-aged men or whatever, get your blood work done. And it's, again, it's one of those things. I know for me right now, for the most part, unless something drastically changes in my life, I'm going to be basically taking testosterone for the rest of my life, or at least until, I don't want to take it. But it would be the equivalent of me saying, am I going to wear glasses or contact lenses for the rest of my life? Well, and short of me getting LASIK surgery, let's just pretend that doesn't exist. Well, yeah, because I need it to see. And
Unless you're my
do I
grandpa who's been wearing glasses for 60 years and he just told me the other day, he's like, yeah, I can see fine. I got LASIK, but I just wear them because I've always worn them. And I'm like, what? He goes,
but
you get pulled over, you
yeah,
have to have them on.
but you know what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying is, pretend LASIK, there's something like that doesn't exist. If they made the equivalent of testosterone LASIK, I would get that. But I'm just saying, though, um, can I survive without my glasses? Well, yeah, I can. I couldn't see I couldn't draw. There'd be a lot of things in my life that would massively change if I didn't have the ability to wear glasses or contacts. And I almost feel the same way with the testosterone replacement TRT. And granted, there's a lot of people that lie and they say, I'm on TRT, but they're really, I don't know if you know about it in the bodybuilding, it's called cycle, blasting a cycle. To me, anything over 300 milligrams of testosterone a week, you're on a bodybuilding cycle. And there's guys that are saying they're on TRT. I've been real honest with my dosing. You can go to my channels and talk about it, but for me, I take well under 200 milligrams a week, and well under that, about half that. And that's what I've been taking for like 2.5 years. And I actually, the dose that my doctor started me on in Singapore, I actually brought it down and down and down. I also think that, getting the lowest possible dose, you'll know you have a good doctor if they spread your dose out and they are giving you the lowest possible dose to get the best possible results, again, because it's something I want to do for life. Are there consequences? Yes. Are there consequences, though, do they outweigh the consequences of as a man, having low testosterone? 100%. Because if you look up the potential negative side effects of being on testosterone and the potential side effects of having low testosterone, which is inevitable. After age 18, your testosterone starts declining. And that's, people are like, oh, but I'm only 30. Do I think you should be supplementing?
Find a fucking endpoint, Jason.
Yeah, well, I can't. I'm just saying, get your blood work
because
done.
now I have to pee and I don't want to pause it like we usually do for you.
It's so good. I got shit to do too. But if you're listening, my guest, listen, check our podcast out if you want to hear more about that kind of stuff.
Your Morning BJ podcast will be linked in the description. You can also find Jason on Good Pullas on Instagram. You can find him as Jason Latona, arm wrestling on Instagram as well too. You can find it's all your links, I think.
Yeah, that's all. I don't know.
And if you're close friends with Jason like I am, you can also befriend his mom on Instagram. Can I get your mom a bunch of random Instagram followers?
She'll call me, but like, Jason, all these people started following me. I think
she's gonna be looking out of her fucking blind.
Yeah, she'll think she got hacked or something like that. So yeah, probably. So yeah, so yes, do that. So we can do that to my mom.
Okay. All right. So check out. I'm not gonna say it. I'll link it in the description.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Jason, good to talk to you, brother.
It's always a pleasure talking with you.
Likewise.